What's going on, Landy boy?
Not much. What's up with you, Tommy boy?
Here filming episode 20 of the podcast, our intended conspiracy episode, but I've had so many real life things holding me back that I have not had time to span out my conspiracy yet.
We're just a few episodes removed of the 5-hour special. Can you believe that?
We are, yeah. What, like 3 episodes apart? Something like that.
I believe that was number 17. It's either 17 or 18.
Yeah, it was 17.
Okay. So yeah, 3 episodes removed, if we've done our math right,
Mm-hmm.
from the 5-hour episode.
Man, towards the episode there, we were getting a little pissed off at the flags. I went back and rewatched that, and it was for the first hour of us ranking flags, really getting into it. For the last hour, lame ass flag F, lame ass flag F, lame ass flag, fuck that country, F F F F F F F. We were just so done with it.
If your country started with any letter after T, you're probably an F.
Yeah.
4 or 5 countries.
Well, pretty much everything after Tajikistan is either a tricolor, a quad color, or just something extremely basic that doesn't look good. Or it has a Union Jack on it.
Yeah, if you think about it, Tajikistan's a quad color, but at least they do a little cool design with it.
Yeah, I mean, technically by the stripes it's just a Italian flag. But,
Yeah.
but I'm looking at mine right now. I don't know how to describe that shape. I guess it's like a crown shape with a spear and some stars. It's pretty cool. I mean that adds to it. That right there is a cool ass design.
I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that we just love Tajikistan, and shout out Tajikistan, by the way, on every episode.
I'm pretty sure we put it in S tier just for being Tajikistan. I think even if we weren't Tajik addicts, we probably would have put that in B or A tier just off design.
I mean, it's still a great looking flag.
It is, yeah.
The crown design's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How many other countries?
Great flag
have
for
a giant
great
crown?
country. Exactly.
Now, I don't understand what any of the colors on it represent. But just because it's Tajikistan, it's cool.
Yeah,
I know usually the colors mean something.
Yeah, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's just hey, it's a design, how many of those countries with a Union Jack versus blue, a Union Jack, and some piece of shit over here? How many of them are oh, this blue stands for... No, it's because you couldn't think of a different color to use that wasn't already on the Union Jack.
It's usually just Union Jack on a deep blue, or navy blue, whatever you want to call it. And over here on the far right side, you have a seal of some sort of just a lame design's copied. Just change the colors on it.
Yeah, you got a shield or an island or a dolphin or a pickaxe, and it's why do you got the Union Jack? If you still got the Union Jack in your flag, that just proves that Great Britain just butt-fucked you so hard in either of the world wars that you've just submitted to them. Get some independence. Become American.
Especially showing that Britain was just a terrorist nation back in the, 1500s.
Dude, up until the 2000s, they were just conquering shit everywhere for no reason.
It was okay, you're gonna worship the king, or I guess at that time it was the queen. You're just gonna worship the queen now, okay?
Yeah,
pretty much their entire game plan for the past 80 years.
Yeah, England stopped taking massive chunks of land from random pieces of other countries 30 years ago. France stopped using the guillotine before England stopped trying to conquer the world.
I remember seeing something they were still using the guillotine when Star Wars came out for the first time, and it was 70s. They were still using the guillotine.
Dude, the Congo was still under Belgian rule when Star Wars came out. They still had the thing where if you shot a bullet, you had to cut someone's right hand off to show you killed someone with it.
So what you're saying is Star Wars just made the world a worse place?
No, I think everything got better after Star Wars, not because of Star Wars, though.
It was sarcastic. It was sarcastic, Tommy boy.
Oh,
Star Wars created world peace for the most part.
a little bit, yeah.
And this guy named Putin was born.
Yeah, he was born around that time, wasn't he?
He's probably in his like 50s or 60s now.
I think he's pushing 70, isn't he?
72. Wow.
Yeah,
He's a lot older than I thought. He was born in 52.
Yeah, I knew he was a bit older than that.
Putin was he was 25 when the first Star Wars came out. He is old.
That's crazy.
Remember when that picture of him like riding a bear or something like that? Like that meme picture of him.
Yeah.
And that was. I don't know if that was like Russian propaganda or what, but.
Dude, speaking of propaganda, I gotta get a propaganda at them titties. Nah, I saw some some anti-American propaganda today from Mexico, and it was the funny, like, whenever other countries try to make anti-American propaganda, it looks America look so badass. Like, this ad was like these like Mexican refugees like walk up to the border wall. And it's a highly exaggerated border wall. Okay, we basically have like a steel fence with like massive holes in it. They were showing like a chain link fence going up like 50 feet with barbed wire on either side and sentries and whatnot. And these like Mexican refugee kids like come up and like ring a bell. And they're like, Mr. Donald Trump, we please we work so hard. We need entry into our country. Please, we will do so much for you. Please, Mr. Donald. And then it shows this giant like. Do you know Liberty Prime? Have you played Fallout 3?
I've not played it. No.
Okay, there's this giant robot called Liberty Prime that's literally like 100-foot tall, like massive Cybertron meant to like kill everything in its path.
Oh.
They basically have a Liberty Prime of Donald Trump stomps on those fucking kids and kills them. I'm like, I don't think you realize how badass that looks. Like, I wish we had giant Donald Trump robots at the border. That would be so cool.
Phenomenal, man. Or just have like a bunch of them, like, you know, at different points, but like different presidents in the past. Like, can you imagine like an Abe Lincoln?
Dude, imagine having all what are we on? 57 presidents, right? Or 47?
47.
Yeah, we have.
Technically speaking, we've had 45 people become president because
I think it's less than that.
Donald Trump have served. 45 people have been president, and there's been 47 different terms. Not terms, but 47.
I thought there was 3 people that had their terms separated.
Only 2. It's Grover Cleveland and Donald Trump have been non-consecutive presidents.
I thought Ford did too.
Technically,
but maybe I'm wrong.
No. I thought Ford only served 1 term.
I could have sworn he served 2, but non-consecutive. I could be wrong though.
Ford was president from 1974 to 77, so I think he took over.
Yeah, it was 1 term.
He took over after Richard Nixon resigned.
Okay, gotcha.
And then Jimmy Carter, who didn't really do anything, was elected.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so yeah, 2 that have done non-consecutive terms. Yeah, so imagine having 45 different Liberty Primes of every president, like, just along the border. That'd be so cool.
Like, I think the last, like, 4 or 5 of them would be just terrifying enough to scare people away, because, like,
yeah.
Can you imagine having, like...
both Bushes, Clinton, Obama, and Trump coming after you? Yeah. The biggest war criminals the USA's ever had.
You know, the Obama...
Oh, I forgot Biden.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah. I mean, he's not that... actually, we can skip his. He wouldn't be that scary. Be like, look, there's the Biden robot. If we run at that one, he won't see us.
No, he'd still chase after the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'd chase after the kids.
He'd take him to Connecticut,
and then,
though.
You know, the adult... And then he'd take him back to Obama, and Obama would put him in a cage at the border. Remember the border cages?
Yeah, that Obama started. Yeah, man.
I think just throw in a Diddy bot too for good measure. Just really scare the kids away.
Dude, can I just say, Obama's first term was more right wing than anything Donald Trump has ever done.
I mean, perchance.
No, straight up. Okay, Obama's first term, he deported more illegals than any president in history, including Trump up to this point. Yeah, he was the deportation king, still is. He started the border cages where they literally put kids in cages and just left them there to, like, so many kids died under Obama's administration with the border shit. It was insane. He was completely opposed to gay marriage until it came out that Michelle was a man. Yeah, you look at any of exactly, yeah. You look at it, like, any of Obama's things that he did from what was it? So yeah, 04 to 08, and nice. Yeah, like 04 to 08 Obama was like one of the most right-wing presidents we've ever had, despite running as a Democrat, and then he very quickly shifted the next 4 years, after being outed as a gay man, with a husband, and, kids that aren't his, or maybe are his, but they're not Michelle's, or, I don't know whose dick those kids came out of, but, then all that stuff started happening, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Trump.
Shout out Kenya.
Trump was pro-gay marriage, and he's deported like I think it's like an eighth of what Obama's deported, in half the time. But yeah, man, Obama was such a right winger his first 4 years. It's insane. People don't remember that.
I still refuse to believe that the man is American. I mean, I'm not trying to make a political statement here, but like, where's the birth certificate?
Well, he did show that, but wasn't he born in Hawaii before it was a state? It was like a year before it became a state. So technically, he was nationalized. He wasn't born. I think by some technicalities, like, yeah, it's close enough calling him a U.S. citizen, but I don't think he was technically born in the United States.
He was born in Hawaii in 1961.
Ooh.
And Hawaii became a state in 59.
Yeah.
He barely made the cut.
Okay. Hey, I've also heard a lot of people say he was born in Kenya. I'm not going to deny that he looks African as shit. Possibly Kenyan. I don't think he was born there. Like, there's pictures of him in Hawaii. It's... What more proof do you need? Now, look, I'll say, I am on Donald Trump's team where he said he would release his tax returns when Michelle put out a picture of her pregnant. Because if you didn't know, there are 0 pictures of Michelle Obama pregnant. Because he was never pregnant. Men can't get pregnant. Why? Obama's pre-election release of official Hawaiian birth certificate in 08, confirmation by the Hawaii Department of Health. Yeah, like I said, he was born in... I'm pretty sure he was born in Hawaii. Again, I thought it was before it became a state, but apparently I was off by like 2 years, so whatever.
How do you pronounce Kapiolani?
Kapiolani, yeah.
I don't know why, they put so many vowels next to each other, like in those patterns.
Hawaii, man.
I mean, shout out Hawaii, beautiful place. I've never been, but I've seen pictures of it.
I went there when I was either 4 or 5. I think I was 5. This was right before I started school. Somehow my parents' grandparents had saved up like so many credit card miles, or like credit card points for miles or whatever, that like we literally all got to fly to Hawaii for free. And my uncle, he was in the Coast Guard, so we stayed in his little like shack that he had out there. It was tiny, man. It was like half the size of my house. I guess for reference, probably maybe a quarter the size of your house, just judging by how the outside looks. But it was free. Basically, we got to stay on a military base, went scuba diving, saw so much coral, cool fish. I saw a shark. It's a really beautiful place. No, I was on what I was on. I was on Oahu, I think.
Okay.
My dad and grandpa spent like $300 to rent a massive fishing boat for the day and have like the captain go out with them. And they ended up catching a marlin and some mahi-mahi and a couple of other fish. And man, we were eating good out there. Hawaiian like natural fish straight out of the ocean is some of the most delicious shit you could ever try in your life.
Only fish I've had recently is the Dollywood Host Lounge fish.
Black and catfish. That's pretty good, actually.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I think it was you who put me onto it, eating it with mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise is weirdly good on it.
Yeah, I don't. It's the only thing that really makes it edible.
Yeah, I don't know how I figured that out either. I was eating it one day. And I was like, this needs something, and I like just put some mayonnaise on it. I was like, that's kind of fucking good. Yeah, like I'm not a big fan of catfish at all. I think it's like bottom 5 fish. I haven't tried that many bad fish, but it has to be bottom 5 if I had to imagine. But man, that blackened catfish they make at Dollywood is not too bad.
For cafeteria food, especially.
Yeah.
Now, those Dollywood hush puppies, like, top 5 hush puppies I've ever had, man. I'm gonna miss them.
I don't think they're better than Long John Silver's, but they're damn close.
No, they're up there though. They are phenomenal hush puppies.
Yeah.
I mean, Dollywood's Host Lounge food is great though.
It is, yeah.
I love a lot of it.
I mean, there's some days where they have some bad stuff. I'm not gonna lie, they make some fucked up meals sometimes, but 9 out of 10 days you're eating good there.
Yeah, Fridays were a little, special.
Yes.
Just leftovers from the week.
And sometimes
Saturday,
they'd make like boiled chicken with the skin on it, and it was just like hard. Like, I don't know how they like overcook boiled chicken. It's in water. How does it dry out?
We had pork chops one time that looked green.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't know if you were
they straight up served me like
green
an undercooked pork chop. Like you're supposed to cook them to like 160. This was like a 135 pork chop. Like it was like squishy, like cold pink in the middle.
You don't want any pink in your pork chop, and they're just giving like pink, like greenish, pinkish looking fried pork chops. Now, as a man who's
green eggs and ham,
as a man who's particularly fond of fried pork chops, like one of my top 10 favorite foods is fried pork chops. They massacred them. Like every time I look at Dollywood Host on fried pork chops, I'm like, my God, what are we doing here?
How do they make a pork chop that bad?
So good. Like, are they using like the oldest, skinniest pigs on the farm or something?
Yeah,
those, like letting them like sit out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, those got to be like diabetic pigs with gangrene. They're fucking nasty. The meat doesn't even taste good. When they cook them right, it tastes bad. Like, that's how you know those aren't good pigs.
You have to add like salt and pepper to it to even like give it a semblance of taste.
Yeah.
Like the rice at Dollywood, you have to add salt and pepper to it to make it taste good.
Man, whenever they got
rice with pepper though.
Yeah, whenever they got like the full breakfast meal served up there, I get everything. Usually the sausages are a little gross. Like, first of all, they look like cooked turds, and they kind of got the same texture if I had to imagine, but they taste like sausage. And the eggs, are they eggs? Who knows?
I don't know.
Whatever that yellow paste is that resembles eggs and tastes like eggs, it's okay. But yeah, whenever they got the full breakfast platter out, I go up there and I go, give me everything. And I eat like a king. I mean, that's like a $10 meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
They charge a guest $40.
I'm sure the box on it says like resembles eggs and tastes like sausage whenever they order them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the package says. Like just a label that says something resembling eggs.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy. I would.
Like the side of whatever bag that eggs come in probably just says egg product on it. It doesn't say eggs, egg product. It has to. Like you know when you go to Walmart and you look at the egg section and they have the wall of eggs, and then way up in the corner they have like the just eggs, like egg whites and egg yolks separated.
Yeah.
You ever read the ingredients list on there? There's virtually no egg white in it. It's like 1/3 egg white, and the rest is just filler.
You ever had one of these things right here? These Jimmy Dean simple scramblers.
Yes, I have. Let me show the guest here.
Like,
oh yeah, man, those things are kind of fire.
Yeah, so
not gonna lie.
So for anybody out of the loop, what you do is this thing: you tear this little label off the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a little cup that comes in it. I'm trying to see if there's any picture, but it's got a little cup that comes in it. It has just like some sort of yellowy, thick liquid in it. Yeah, right there. So it's just an empty cup. It has just like apparently what's
real
an egg.
Yeah.
But it's just a cup with like yellow in it. Like bag of
concentrated yellow with some cheese and bacon.
Yeah. But like that does not look like it's supposed to be edible.
No, but it doesn't taste too bad.
So good.
Yeah.
I mean, anything Jimmy Dean makes though is great. That's got to be something like that, where it's just like resembling egg. I mean,
you put enough MSG and black pepper into something breakfast flavored and kind of savory, and it tastes good.
That's a fair point. I mean, they're paying. They're not. I mean, not paying. They're feeding us for free, so they're gonna use whatever they can get.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Dolly for feeding us for free, but like 80% of the food in there is just like resembling what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, they give you the skinniest, flakiest fried chicken you can get.
Yeah.
I'm typically a fan of flaky fried chicken, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never gonna discredit bad food unless it's literally undercooked to the point of being poisonous, like that pork chop was. Yeah, it could be better.
A lot better.
They could just put more effort into the food and it would be better.
They could put literally any effort into
That's true. They really don't try at all.
It's like you walk into the host lounge at Dollywood.
Yeah.
Basically the cafeteria, and you'll go up the ramp. I'm trying to like walk people through. You'll go through the door.
They're not gonna know.
Like the back
they can't go in there.
Okay. So imagine. So I'm trying to not set it up. So you have two sets of doors there, but like one's technically an entrance, one's technically an exit.
Yeah.
You come to the entrance, right? First thing you see, you're greeted with like Coke machines.
I want to say something to him really quick. If you've been to Dollywood and you've seen the Celebrity Theater, the building right next to it's the host lounge. That's what we're talking about.
I'm trying to say, are there any pictures of like a host lounge?
Oh, there probably is. Yeah. Yeah. So you walk in, and to the right you've got the cafeteria. You got freestyle machines, coffee machines, and then past that is the actual cafeteria where you sit down and eat. If you go to the left, it goes up a set of stairs because on the first floor is the bathroom. So you go upstairs above the bathroom, and that's where the kitchen is. That's where they make all the food. You get your food there. Oh, do we got pictures?
Yeah, this building right here.
Yes.
We have.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, we have.
Hold on, that's the second picture. Yeah, so that's where they got like hot dogs and salads and chips and all sorts of stuff. You can go up there and get like desserts and snacks and whatever. And off to the right you can't see, but that's where you like get your food. And it's just like a high school cafeteria.
Basically, but like you'll just walk in there and you'll see like one or two people behind the hot bar, serving. And you can just tell they don't want to be there. They don't care. They ask like, "Oh man, what do you want?"
You know who I really miss up there?
They're a bit nicer about it, but
I think his name is Darren, right? The big black guy, like kind of bald.
Oh man, yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
He was the
only
only guy that gave a shit about the food up there, and when he was there, the food was banging. It was 10 out of 10 every time. He did not let them fuck up that food. And then he got put down to like some other restaurant. The host lounge just fell apart. It was terrible. Those last few weeks, I was like, I don't want to eat up there.
He's the only one that wore anything that like resembled a chef. Like his shirt said like Darren. I'm not gonna say his last name.
I didn't know his last name.
Like Darren last name, and then underneath it says sous chef.
Yeah.
He's like the only person there who cared about the craft. He always looked like a jolly man.
He did.
You know who he reminded me of?
Chef from Total Drama Island.
I mean, different, but
okay.
He reminds me of this guy. I don't know why, but he reminds me so much of this guy, Michael Clark Duncan.
If only this would load, I'd... Oh, yeah! Yay! Oh, yeah! He so does.
He looks like Michael Clark Duncan. Rest in peace.
Oh
this
my
guy,
god!
Like one of the greatest actors of all time.
If you put like a light layer of glue and like dusted some hair on top of his head, it'd be a perfect match.
Yeah. He's... Oh man! If you ever see a guy walking around Dollywood that looks like Michael Clark Duncan, wearing a black shirt and like
give him a shout out.
That's Darren.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell him that Unqualified Show sent you to say hi. He won't know what that means, but I'm sure he'll appreciate the mention.
Yeah, shout out Darren.
I mean, he's one of the only reasons that any of the food was edible.
Genuinely, yeah. He was the only reason they had any kind of good food up there at all.
I have to say, on the days it was good, it was smacking. It was so good. On the days it was bad, it was really, really bad.
Now I gotta say, by the time I started working at Dollywood, I was pretty serious about like not eating much sugar at all. So I never ate too many of the desserts. But sometimes, they'd make some real special ones up there, and I'd be like, man, I'm eating one. And goddamn, were they good! Like those little like pudding cups of like the cereal and shit they put in it. God, that was amazing. Dude, the vanilla pudding with the fruity pebbles in it. That shit right there had me going crazy.
I got that every time they had it. There was nothing better than it. It was so good. So good. I mean, that anything typically in that dessert cooler though was, worth it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
had,
the free milk.
Bread, though.
Whenever they would have milk in there, I take usually one, sometimes two of them, because goddamn, I love milk. Shut up, cows.
Shout out water. I mean, it doesn't taste like anything. It's quite, quite basic, but I love it.
Water tastes like the collective mineral content inside the water.
So, like, this Kroger brand water that I'm drinking just tastes like...
It's probably got sodium bicarbonate and potassium something in there, and that's probably all you're tasting.
They're in processed by advanced filtration, ozonation, and reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's the, best way to purify water, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I think it takes some of the, the minerals out of it, though, so it's not that great, as opposed to just, boiling it. I just found out, a year ago that you're not supposed to drink distilled water.
Really?
Yeah,
what are we supposed to do with it?
It was for, old people with, CPAP machines. They gotta put water in them so that the air is hydrated, and you gotta use distilled water for that, because mineral buildup would, clog it or something. But if you drink distilled water, because there's no minerals in it, when you go to piss that water out, it takes minerals out of your body, as opposed to if you drink, purified water, or just, tap water or whatever, then you keep all those minerals and they get added to your body instead of taken out. Now, let's say you use distilled water to like brew coffee, and then that water got the chance to absorb some stuff. It wouldn't be nearly as bad for you, but I guess you're just not supposed to drink distilled water, and I didn't know that.
Did you drink it or something?
I mean, I have before, one day when I was working at the Ford dealership I used to work at, I was making coffee, and one of my coworkers saw me putting distilled water in the coffee maker, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm making coffee." He's like, "With distilled water?" And he like ran me through the whole thing, and I was like, I feel like you're lying to me. So I looked it up and I did the research, and sure as shit he was right. And I was like, well, isn't it undistilled if I make coffee? And he's like, shit, yeah, I guess technically. I didn't buy any distilled water after that, but yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. Oh, you got some science on distilled water? Oh.
I'm thinking, like, what
thick water?
What would this do to it? What would this do to it?
I don't know what they use to make it thick, so I don't know.
What even is the point of thick water?
Some people have, I can't think of what the medical condition's called, but it like makes you have a hard time swallowing something. Dysphagia, that's it. Yeah, so it'll make it like hard to swallow. And so if you have something that's kind of thick and it can like sit in the back of your mouth as opposed to like splashing around, then when you go to swallow it's easier to get down. But man, if I can't drink normal water, just kill me. I don't want to drink fucking uncummed cum water.
Or a woman?
Probably a woman, just judging by the chin. And the lack of an Adam's apple, actually. Now, there is a natural version of water that's denser than normal water, not thicker necessarily. It's called deuterium. So water is H2O, deuterium is D2O, and it's basically dihydrogen dioxide, which is not to be confused with hydrogen monoxide, because apparently they're totally different. Hydrogen monoxide, one water, one oxygen. Dihydrogen dioxide, 2 water, 2 oxygen. They're totally different somehow. I guess there's like a carbon bond somewhere holding the two together, and that makes it not hydrogen peroxide, but it's basically just really dense water. And as far as research has been done on it, it's not dangerous to drink. It just turns into water in your body. But it's completely unnecessary to go out of your way to drink because it's like $600 a gallon.
I've ever mentioned what my junior year chemistry teacher called carbon. This one time, like he was telling us like
Cabron?
About like all the different waves. No. So he's telling us like about like different bonds and stuff like that, and like how different elements react together. It's like I'm telling you, word for word, a high school chemistry teacher looked at his class of like 30 kids and said, "I'll tell you, carbon is the biggest slut on that periodic table because it will get with just about anything."
It will, yeah. Carbon will stick to anything, and oxygen.
Shout out Charlie though. Everybody call him by his first name. He's a cool older teacher. He's still teaching, even after I'm out of high school. But like everybody called him Charlie. So shout out Charlie, bro. I love that guy so much. He's the funniest teacher I ever had.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of what my geoscience teacher's name was. I remember the first one was Mr. Knorr for the first semester. Shaw, that's it. We had Mr. Knorr. In the first semester, he was really cool. He was definitely the class favorite. He was the better teacher. And we all liked his class. We all liked learning in his class. Even the degenerates of us had fun learning with him. And then he got taken out of freshman classes and put in senior classes halfway through the semester. And so we got this one semester substitute, Mr. Shaw. I can't remember what his first name was, but I remember he didn't care if we called him by his first name. And I remember I was telling the story about when my friend Angel stole a 100 milliliter bottle of vape juice out of my friend David's backpack and hid it on top of my backpack, and that was Mr. Shaw asking about it. I don't remember what episode that was. That had to have been like 1 or 3 or 4. Like, that was early in the show. Man, shout out that guy. He was cool as fuck. He had like let us vape in his class, and like, oh, he was so nice. He was also fat and looked kind of gay.
For anybody who wants to know how big 100 milliliters is, by the way, he had that in his backpack and took it to school.
Just look up a 100 milliliter vape juice bottle. Yeah, he had one of those in his backpack. If you don't know, it's like half the size of this. And he just had it like in his backpack. And I don't know how Angel figured to just look through his bag, but he's like, I'm gonna go look in David's bag. And he like reaches in a pocket, pulls out this bottle. I'm like, oh shit. You know? And then David was freaking out in class over it, like, who the fuck is going through my bag? Who's doing my shit? Like, they're screaming in class. And Mr. Shaw's like, David, what's missing from your bag? What? He's like, I can't tell you, but there's something missing from my bag. He's like, David, please tell me so I can help you out. He's like, Mr. Shaw, you don't need to worry about it. And then, you know, he somehow figured out that it had to be us, so he comes over to us while we're like working on something. And I didn't know that Angel had literally thrown the bottle like directly on top of my backpack because it was under my chair. And the teacher definitely saw it. Like, he looked down, saw the bottle. I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, did you guys take something from David? And at this point, I kind of knew that Angel had took something, but I didn't know that he had put it on my bag, literally in plain sight. So I'm like, no, I don't have anything. Like, you know, I wasn't lying to him. I didn't have anything from David. And, you know, I'm not going to snitch on my friend here, but he said he didn't have anything, so plausible deniability, it wasn't us, right? And then the teacher walks away, and Angel's like, dude, look at your bag. And I'm like, what? And I look, I'm like, you fucking dick, why did you put that there? He's like, just put it away. I'm like, okay. And I like stuff it in my bag really quick. And then David comes over, he's like, I know one of you took it. And I'm like, David, I don't know what you're talking about. And Angel's like, yeah, David, I didn't take anything from you. David's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you guys. And I ended up giving the bottle back to Angel, and somehow it got back to David, and everything was square from that point, but it was so much fun.
High school in Illinois sounds a lot more fun than high school in Tennessee.
High school in Illinois consists of one thing: drugs. We're all on drugs all day. Going to high school in Illinois is figuring out what clique of drug addicts you're going to be with after high school. Are you going to be a pot smoker? Are you going to be one of the psychedelic users? Are you going to start doing meth, crack, coke? Yeah.
Alcohol?
I can't believe I just remember this. There was this guy, my freshman year. His name was Leandre. He was a junior in freshman classes because he got held back a couple times. He wasn't retarded, though. Like, it's not because he was stupid. This guy was genuinely, I would say, one of the smartest people I knew in high school. He just did not ever do any amount of work, like me. It's not that he didn't know anything, it's that he didn't care to write it down. And one day, he got expelled. And of course, we're all trying to figure out why. This kid got caught with, like, every drug under the sun in his bag. Like, someone pulled up the police report on him. He had not just weed, but dabs, which at the time were both illegal and carried different sentences. There was a weird thing, like pre-weed being basically legal everywhere, where dabs and flower were considered completely different things. Like, just for example, if I pulled out a half-ounce bag, that's not a half-ounce, that's an eighth. If I pulled out a half-ounce bag of weed in Illinois at the time that it was legal, this would have been like a multi-$100 fine, probably a couple weeks of probation. If I was really unfortunate and it was like my 5th time getting caught, I'd maybe get like 2 to 4 weeks in jail, okay? if I pulled up in Illinois when dabs were illegal, or in any other state where they were illegal, and I had this, like, I don't even know what this is, like 5 grams here, it'd be like 5 years in prison. It's the same drug.
I don't know what that does.
It's the same drug. It's THC. It's the thing in weed that gets you high. It's the same thing. I don't get why they were so anal about that, but at the time it was illegal, and he got caught with weed and dabs in his bag, and coke, and molly, and meth, and heroin, and, like, 8 different kinds of pills. Like, every kind of drug you could imagine that people are addicted to, this guy had it in his bag, and he was slinging it at school, and they caught him with all of it.
And what was his charge, I guess? His sentence?
The sentence I don't remember. It was at least a couple months in what would have been prison. I think anything over 2 months in Illinois, you have to go to prison. And he definitely got more than 2 months for everything he had there. I mean, just some of the things he had there, if he had that alone, would have been like 2 months. He probably got close to a year, if I had to guess. I never followed up on what his official charges were, but he had to have gotten close to a year, if I had to guess. And yeah, I just can't believe that there was ever someone at my school with that much stuff.
How do people like that young get a hold of it? That's all I want to know.
Exactly! If I could have got a hold of that shit, I would have had it too. But no one wanted to sell it to me, but they were selling it to this kid, probably because he's black. I mean, you know, his name is Leandre. I don't think I had to point that out, but
I was about to say that is definitely one of the blackest names I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know whatever happened to that kid, but that was crazy.
Shout out to him, I guess, right?
Yeah. I guess shout out Leandre. He's pretty cool. I'd have him as a guest on the show, honestly. Like, just if that guy's anything like he was in high school, I know he'd be entertaining to talk to. I love talking to him then.
Do you want to interview him on the show or invite him or whatever?
I have no way of getting in contact with him. I don't know what any of his socials are. I never got his number. I don't know anyone that knows him. There's no way I'd ever get him on here.
Do you know his last name by chance?
Oh God. Do I? What the I think it's Williams. I think that's his last name.
And you spell this first name how?
That's a great question. Probably Leandre. Leandre? Yeah, I think that's right. That's the thing with black names. Like, you sound them out and it's either spelled exactly correct or completely wrong. It just depends what part of Africa they're from.
I really hope we're not doxing somebody random. We're doxing your friend, but...
Not him. No, he was super light-skinned. Like, practically a white light-skin. And also way skinnier. This dude was like 5'10", 120 pounds.
It's not going to be this guy either.
No. Not even close. First of all, I don't know if you're searching by location, but first of all, trying to narrow down which Leandre out of the Chicagoland area it was ain't gonna be enough. There's too many of them, and if I gave you actually, I could give you the exact time. I'll text it to you. I don't want to say it on the air because I don't want to be like, it's Leandre from this town, this whatever, and like have people actually find him. But here,
you can search by location.
well, well, see, I'm thinking because I know he was charged as an adult because he was like almost 18 when he got caught. If you just look up like his name and like the location, it'll probably show you his criminal charges. There's probably some Freedom of Information Act website that's got something about him on there that it'll just sleuth through to. You can hear it?
I heard it that time, yeah.
Oh.
Gotcha. You just check it from the record online?
Yeah, it's Freedom of Information Act.
I just searched up, Leandre Williams and the shooting you told me.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing anything about it.
Alright, well, they might not have published anything on it because he was a minor, but he at least got charged as an adult. That's one of the weird things with the law is, like, even with the Freedom of Information Act, you can't find anything on someone when they were under the age of 18, and I think that counts even if they were charged as an adult because they're legally a minor. So for that reason, you might not be able to find it, actually, but... yeah.
I had to search for this, state next to his name. Are you sure you got his last name right?
No. I'm like 90% sure that it was Williams, but...
Okay, so that's...
Oh my god, those big ass stab.
Got the first name.
What happened to... Where's my camera? What the fuck?
Hold on a minute.
What happened? My camera disappeared.
Oh boy.
I think I coughed so hard my camera turned off.
I just googled what is it, Leandre Williams, and then I didn't wonder what it is. I just googled Leandre. I took out the last name Leandre in the town you told me, and it says this man gets probation for attempting to abduct a child from a lemonade stand in Fox River Grove.
What?
And this is a picture.
Not him, but okay.
That's not him.
No.
Not him. I hope I didn't just dox the town, by the way, with that last part.
I mean, that's okay. That's not too close to where I was at all.
Okay.
I was like, yo, if this dude actually turned into a child predator, that's crazy. But no, okay.
Anti-shoutout John C. Emerson.
Yeah.
It has his whole address.
Of course it does.
I think. I'm gonna say that to you. See if that's anywhere close to where you were.
Yeah. Child predator addresses are made public. You can literally just look up sex offender map, and just look at the addresses, the known locations of every sex offender in your area. And
I just sent you the article. I don't know how close that was to where you were.
yeah, and I'm not going to tell people to go and harass sex offenders, but I don't think it's illegal to knock on their door and ask them if they're a sex offender, and I'm almost 100% sure that if you ask, they're 100% legally entitled to tell you. So if you went on that map...
Perfectly okay.
Yeah, so if you went on that map...
It's perfectly okay to harass pedophiles.
Okay, morally it's okay. Legally, I think that still is just harassment, because they're still a human at the end of the day. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure if you were to look on a sex offender map near you, and just go to their house, knock on their door, record them, and say, "Are you a sex offender?" and have them say yes on camera, I don't think you're breaking any laws.
You can't find any information on it.
Oh.
Is that close to where you lived?
I mean, that's the town over. Yeah. I know exactly where that road is.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Could it be, I'm trying to hide the top.
No.
In relation to this. We're just showing all kinds of random people on here.
We're just showing random black people named Leandre. I don't think we're gonna find this guy, honestly.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, wait. Just got an update from Bob Freeman. He just tried hitchhiking for the first time and he's gonna make it a regular thing. Shout out Bob Freeman. Unqualified hitchhiking?
Unqualified blog video. Boy.
That'd be a crazy video. Where would we hitchhike to? That's the thing.
Chattanooga.
It's like 2 hours away. I could drive there.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
Sorry, if we're gonna hitchhike,
Let's go train hopping. Train hopping.
I'm down actually.
I don't know where we'd go or how we'd make it back home, but there's a video I watched a long time ago. It was like a dude just train hopping. And
Yeah.
you know, it's entertaining. It's like it's old school YouTube. It's him train hopping. Same guy, by the way, Trevor Jacob, I think his name is. He's the same guy that got in trouble for bailing out of his personal aircraft midair and just like.
I saw that. Yes, yeah.
That is the same guy.
Yeah, he got a bunch of fines for that. I think he has to pay like $500,000 in fines over that.
I mean, he's
Man. You know what? What if?
he was apparently an Olympic athlete.
What if we make a series of unqualified vlogs? Instead of going to Chicago for a weekend, hanging out, whatever, we hitchhike and train hop to Chicago, and just through a sheer willpower, yeah, we freeload our ways to Chicago, and then we hang out with my friend Nick for a weekend and hitchhike back, or like catch a flight back if we're like sick of it.
There we go. That's what we need to see. If you trespass, if your trespass results in injury or death of someone else, you could face felony charges. But trespassing on real property is usually a misdemeanor with penalties ranging from 100 to 1,000 and some jail time. In Tennessee, it is considered felony.
Oh yeah, it's trespassing. Yeah.
Any of them.
Huh.
Oh well, it still seems fun.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. It might be a crime if you get charged, okay? More than likely, if you're train hopping and like one of those ticket clippers like is walking train to train and sees you hanging out, they're gonna go, "Hey man, get off at the next stop, please. I'm not gonna deal with you." And then like at the next stop, they're probably gonna come up to you and go, "All right, get the fuck off." And that's gonna be about the end of it. Like, it's not worth their time to write down that they found a vagrant and have to do all the paperwork and get you charged. They're doing a minimum wage job traveling across the country clipping tickets. They don't care. They just want you off the train.
I'm sure most train hoppers go on like a coal train or something with no passengers.
That's true, yeah. But, I mean... Morristown has a large train depot with a lot of cargo trains. Around there is like the perfect spot to hop on a non-passenger train.
Wanna get in a boxcar?
Yeah, might as well. So I'm thinking if we could find a train, maybe going from Morristown to like either like Cincinnati or Columbus or like Indianapolis or something. We could then find one there going about to Chicago, and then Chicago up to Harvard, which is like the next largest like shipping town with like a train station in Illinois, and that's like 15 minutes from where my friend lives, and so I can just be like, "Yo, Nick, go to Harvard. I'll tell you where later," and then he'll pick us up somewhere.
Harvard does not look like a very large town.
No, it's really tiny and it's full of Mexicans.
This is like the very tippy top of Illinois.
Yeah, I think Walworth, the next town above the border, is like 7 minutes away.
Right above Illinois.
But yeah, Harvard is
Michigan.
Oh,
not Michigan. Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Going to Wisconsin.
Yeah. Harvard is a massive, massive freight town in Illinois. They get a ton of train cargo through there. That's the trains and semi trucks are their main source of money over there.
Tommy boy, guess what I just got?
A cameo?
I just got another cameo request.
Oh my god! Are we gonna see it live on the show?
I really hope I didn't just dox whatever number cameo sends request.
You totally did, but it's definitely a bot, so who cares?
Okay, should I record a cameo live on air?
Yeah, let's see it, man.
Okay, wow. I have an average video time of like 5 minutes, I think. So
that's pretty good.
Okay, so the instructions say. By the way, I have my request, video on there, like the intro package, and it's me talking, being like, "Hey, backstory. I found out anybody can blah 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 blah. Right? Anybody can make a cameo."
Mm-hmm.
The request says, "Hey, girl. I don't know you, but I'm bored, so."
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I actually don't think I should respond to this one live on air. This seems kind of like highly personal, so,
Wait, what?
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm going to...
Personal?
Set... Yeah, I'll send... I don't want you to... I don't want you to read this off.
Okay, there's details you don't want on the show. Okay. Gotcha, right. Gotcha.
Just for the sake of the person requesting, I'm not gonna read anything off. But I will mute myself. I will respond to this. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hold on. Do you think you know who this is?
No.
Okay.
Do you think you know who it is?
No, well, you said this one seems kind of personal, and that's why you didn't read it off.
No,
so,
I'm just saying,
so I thought
I'm just saying the details of the person.
Nah, okay, I got that. I thought you read it and you thought you knew who it was. You're like, oh, that's personal. As part of your cameo, put my snap code on the screen. Just if you can somehow, just put it up there and be like, or add this guy. He'll respond to you most hours of the day.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to listen. Just don't read anything off from while I'm gone. But I will respond to. I'm gonna take the headset off so she doesn't think I'm talking to anybody.
Okay.
But I'll be back in a few minutes. So just entertain them.
I gotcha. I can't wait to see what Landy Boy cooks up. He hasn't showed me any of his cameos yet, but I know he's done a couple of them, and I can't wait to see them. Of course you guys see on the show that me and Landy send each other a lot of stuff that we can't directly say on the show, but we gotta get the point across. We're like, hold on, I'll just text you. We send a lot more private stuff off the show when we're not recording. We'll be like, oh yeah, here's that thing we were talking about, or that we didn't want to talk about. And we'll send each other whatever lore behind it, or we'll be like, so there's this time we did this thing with this person, but we won't be too specific about it. And then later on we'll be like, oh, it's this person, because we don't want to dox a coworker or a close friend for something weird on the show, but we gotta talk about it. Man, I'm trying to think of what is Landon doesn't want me to read this off, so I'm not going to. But they're asking for relationship advice, and they put details about the relationship. And I don't know how Landon's going to respond to this, considering he's never been in a relationship. He doesn't have any advice to give, because he doesn't have experience in the scenarios, so, what is he going to say to this person? Oh, man, I'm really interested, though, and I want him to send me this after the show so I can read it. The worst part is, I almost, since I have this prompt in front of me, I kind of want to read it and like do my own cameo about it, but I know I can't do that just out of privacy for Landy because this is his thing. I think he did want me to shout out his cameo, so yeah, yeah, we can put it up there. I mean, you guys know his name. That's hold on. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's just Landon Maggard, his name. It says professional nobody. It's got a picture of him and 2 videos. If you want to give him some money, get a funny video out of him, you can do that. He's quite creative off the show. You know, he doesn't always show it sometimes, but yeah, he has some pretty good ideas. He can ramble on about stuff for quite a while if he has to. I feel like he really plays into the good cop persona too much. You know, he tries to actually be like a really good guy on the show, and I feel like that stops him from saying some of the things he wants to do because he's trying to put out this like constantly like super positive straight edge sort of image. But Landon can get a little wild if he needs to. You know, I literally work with the guy. Like, you know, I've spent considerably more time with him than you guys ever could, and I've spent like real like candid time with him. That's not just being here for the show. And yeah, I mean, he's, you know, the guy's got a lot on his mind. He's got a lot to talk about. He can be really silly, really creative, really kind of raunchy, you know, off camera, whatever you want to call it. And he definitely let some of that out on Cameo, I've seen. So go over there, you know, give him a couple bucks. He'll make you a funny video. It's worth a shot, you know. Worst case scenario, you don't like it, and it only costs you $2 to find out. So, you know, I think I've just about sold you guys on that. And I've just about sold myself on needing a second dab for the show because, honestly, I'm trying to smoke the last of this god-awful Chem Dog I got. I like Chem Dog in flower because it's a stanky-ass strain, and it, you know, everything about like the chemicaliness of it and just the pungency of it is good. It's a good-ass strain in flower. This distillate is dog shit. Like, I normally don't mind flavored distillates that much if there's not that much terpenes in it. Like, you don't need more than 1% terps if you're mixing disty, because disty doesn't have any flavor or anything to disturb flavors. So there's nothing to try and overpower, like when you're whipping up other like semi-synthetic sort of, you know, things where you're just taking one core element out. And yeah. Anyways, we got Landy back, so I'll shut up.
I'd love to know what you're rambling about. I was standing. Oh God, it got hot on here. I was standing pretty much in front of this counter the whole time, just rambling about, you know, what the cameo request was. What were you talking about, Tommy Boy? My hair looks rough now, but
I was talking about how bad I wanted to do my own cameo sort of speech on the show about that thing, but because you don't want me to talk about it, I can't read it out on the show to talk about it. And then I just started going on for like the rest of the time about this one kind of weed I got, or this one strain of dabs I got. That the strain is like one of my favorite strains in flower, but in this form of dabs, it tastes absolutely fucking horrible because they put way too much of that terpene in it, and it's like so overpowering. It just tastes like terrible. It's genuinely the best way I can say it, like almost like toxic. It feels like there's so much like basically it's distillate, like this form of dab, which is basically just pure THC. When you're whipping up disty, you don't need any more than 1% terps. Like, if it goes down to 99% THC and it's 1% terpene, it's already going to be super strong. And this shit tastes like it's like I mean, I think it's like 97.8% THC, so it's like 2.2% terpenes. That's way too fucking much. It should be like 0.8%, and it would taste good. I kind of hate that it has that much in it because it tastes fucking terrible, and I hate smoking it, and I'm trying to smoke as much of it as possible just to get rid of it. Yeah. That's about as far as I got, and then you got back.
Okay. Alright. Which, by the way, if you want an unqualified shout-out, or, you just want me to, ramble on or something, if you want a cameo for yourself or for anybody else, or if anybody else wants one, let me show you my profile. I'm officially filling cameos majority of the day.
I showed them.
I have instant mode turned on. But yeah, majority of the day I have instant mode turned on, which means if you order, you'll get it within, an hour, usually, unless it's like, 5, 6 in the morning and I'm asleep,
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually pretty good. I have one review, as you can see. The first one I filmed before we went on air. I have a video link 320, so I left a 2-minute, 7-minute, and a 5-minute. I think maybe like 5 minutes, maybe. So I filmed 3 cameos.
Pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, top 30, look at that, man. People are just paying for this. Okay, I'm talking about but if you want a cameo, shameless plug, it's just my name. It's at Landon Maggard, M-A-G-G-A-R-D. I realize now probably shouldn't have said my first and last name on here, but who cares?
I mean, you have like 100 times, you're good.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want a cameo for me, to shout you out, shout somebody else out, say happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
If you want just a random guy on the internet to say something to you.
God, remember?
It's only $2.
Remember when the guy that plays Hank started a cameo, and everyone was just making him say brain rot shit. It was so much fun.
Yes, I love Dean Norris.
Yeah, Dean Norris. Yeah, shout out Dean Norris.
Dean Norris. Yeah, he's awesome.
Well, I'm Skylar White, yo. God, I hate that scene so much. We got Skylar White, yo, out of it, though.
And it's seen Skylar White at the end. Automatically became like 100 times harder to watch. I want to say, the American suicide rate went up 500% when Happy Birthday, Mr. President aired.
Really?
When Happy Birthday, Mr. President aired, the United States suicide rate probably rose by 500 or 600%. I don't even want to exaggerate. That's how bad that scene was. Like, when I first watched Happy Birthday, Mr. President, I wanted to, like, immediately pause my TV, walk to the cabinet, in the bathroom, grab a bottle of bleach, and just start drinking. That's how bad it was.
I feel that.
The scene when Walt and Skylar are laying in bed, and Skylar, starts to do a little. I'm trying to think of the best euphemism for this, so I don't,
She gives him the worst hand job of all time. Is that scene?
Yeah, that scene when
she's just like, oh, what happened to my camera?
Oh, we lost Thomas.
Why is it green? Why is it green?
Tell me, boy, your screen just went green.
I know. Why is it green?
Oh boy. Yeah, but that scene right there, that scene made it even worse.
Okay, we're so back. Let's tighten up all my USBs. Everything's plugged in. Yes.
Oh man, WWE is in Nashville right now as we speak.
You trying to drive to Motherfucker. Why is it?
We could have been at
God damn it.
Monday Night Raw Dog tonight.
You trying to get raw dogged on a Monday?
Oh man, especially on a Monday.
Is it too late to start driving? Probably, right?
I'm sure the show ends, right around 11 o'clock, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
They'll be at Spectrum Center, which I'm pretty sure is Charlotte next week.
Alright.
if you're trying to go to WWE in Charlotte. I don't know why anybody want to go to Charlotte, North Carolina. But...
Yeah, me neither. That place, not great. It's okay. There's like a
really
kind of cool college there, I think.
Maybe. This is that's the ticket price we're looking at for the lower section in Charlotte.
Fuck. I'm good.
You wouldn't go to see WWE even if Dakota Kai had a chance to be there?
No.
You got to take it back to AEW next time right here.
I can't believe I just had like a flash memory of this. You said Dakota Kai. I had a dream last night that we went to a WWE event and Dakota Kai was there.
Really?
Yeah. I had a dream about us, like being in a stadium watching WWE and watching Dakota Kai come out.
And how magnificent was that dream?
It was like a 10 out of 10. Like, it was such a good dream, I couldn't tell it was fake until I woke up.
Well, they're doing AEW at HEB Center, which is in Cedar Park, Texas. This is tomorrow. Apparently, I don't know why it'd be tomorrow. It says tomorrow, but floor tickets are only $55.
What? God damn.
You could listen. Here's what I don't get. You'll be paying $55 for fourth row seats right there, right on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why that's cheaper than like upper row tickets.
I have no idea. Look, can I just say, officially, I mean, I've watched dozens of hours of wrestling at this point. I am a bigger fan of AEW than WWE.
Do you like pure wrestling more than storytelling, I assume?
That, and I think the wrestling is better.
Does it have anything to do at all with Jamie Hayter being in AEW?
Okay. Maybe. I mean, hey, shout out Jamie Hayter, for real. No. Alright, first of all, I feel like the characters are better. Alright? Like, I feel like the personalities of the characters, you know, the people we genuinely see wrestling out there, I feel like they're just better, more entertaining people. And the stuff they do there is way, way more, like, acrobatic than the stuff at WWE. Like WWE, they're, like, low-key just hurting each other. Like, they're just taking really big hits. AEW, they're getting aired. Like, they're flying around doing flips, throwing each other around, 10 feet in there, and still putting on a fantastic match that is so entertaining to watch. And I like that way more than I like guys just, like, getting punched in the face and getting speared for an hour.
And you've not seen 90s Shane McMahon, then?
Perchance.
Shane McMahon in the 90s? Hold on. Shane McMahon versus Steve Blackman. There we go. You want to talk about getting air, Tommy boy?
You want to talk about air? Let's talk about Mick Foley, Hell in a Cell.
Look at this picture right here.
Damn.
Yeah.
How high is that?
Any gifts of it? I don't know. Okay, here we go. I don't know why he'd be climbing it, but just like, yeah, there we go. That's when it goes through the wide angle.
Crazy.
And then he decides to just jump down. Is this a better view of it? Look at that. That's... I don't know why he just like he threw himself off. You can tell.
Yeah.
I love wrestling so much. I
It's
know I've
quite
mentioned this time and time again, but I love wrestling. As an adult man, I love pro wrestling.
Me too, man.
Nothing will ever make me hate pro wrestling.
Nah, genuinely. You know, I think I think I'd also like to say I think Swerve Strickland is maybe my favorite wrestler in AEW. I've been watching.
He used to be in WWE.
Yeah, I've been watching some Swerve matches, man. He's entertaining.
His name in WWE was Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Yeah.
But yeah, Swerve Strickland. He's got a phenomenal entrance. He's got a phenomenal move set.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Yeah. Such a good chant. So much better than we hurt people. Fucking lame ass chant, dog. I'm never gonna stop hating on the Hurt Syndicate's lame ass chant. They're great wrestlers, but that chant sucks.
That's literally what the course of their entrance theme is we hurt people. We hurt people.
Yeah.
We hurt people.
It sucks. Do something better.
Listen, I just want to say, like, I told Tommy Boy when we were going into the show, like, you know, it's like a common thing at wrestling shows, like during breaks or like before the show, you know, somebody in the crowd just yell, "Woo!" Like
Yeah.
Flair, and then like 20 other people follow. We sat down and we found our seats. We've been sitting at our seats for like 2 minutes, and what do you know? Like somebody from the other side of the arena, "Woo!" And what happens for the next 2 minutes? Just all around the arena, like, "Woo! Woo!"
Not just that, like, as soon as we sat down, you're like, so there's this thing people do where, like, they'll just yell woo, like Ric Flair, and other people start yelling woo. And I'm like, alright, cool. And, like, a minute goes by, and, like, 10 feet in front of us, someone goes, woo! And then just everyone else is just, like, passing it around, like, one at a time.
I have to take you to a WWE show someday where people are doing it, because it's very common at WWE shows. So whenever the ones I went to, they did it too.
I'm so sad
like,
that we didn't start doing the wave.
Yeah. 2 minutes after that, though, somebody, you know, in our section yells, it's either our section or the second right below it, somebody yells, "Whose house?"
Yeah, that got going for a while.
And people were like, this guy was just saying, "Whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve's house." It just went on. He just did it for like 5 minutes, and people were yelling back. Awesome. Like, AEW fans, you know, are awesome. Like, you know, these two dudes who are sitting next to me, like Tommy Boy was sitting on my left. And these two guys come in sitting on the right, and they're like, you know, they come in after the first match, and they're like, "Hey, I hope you all got mind some yelling." I'm like, "Oh man, it's cool. We've been reacting all night."
Mm-hmm.
You know, but these guys were getting huge into it. Like, shout out to those guys. I loved having them as our, you know, seatmates.
Yeah,
you know,
that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Now, you didn't really react much until the women's match. Like, I feel like the women's match and the
Jamie Hayter's ass opened me up to how much I need to care about wrestling.
Like, I actually, like, no joke. I'm gonna see if I can get this pulled up. I sent a DM to Jamie Hayter.
Did she see it?
Unfortunately not, but I did send a DM to Jamie Hayter, and I'll send it to you.
Okay. I can't quite read it. But.
I feel like you have a better on-air reading voice.
You think so?
You have more in it when you read it. Also,
okay.
Disregard for you.
Jamie, this is a long shot, but my friend Thomas recently became a wrestling fan, and you're currently his favorite wrestler in any promotion. Sorry. Any chance you can send him an autograph to really set a good impression for wrestlers?
Wrestlers, but you know.
That's fantastic.
She unfortunately never saw it.
Oh man.
But,
thank you.
I tried my best. I tried.
Yeah. Oh Man,
Now,
shout out
if
Jamie
she ever
Hayter.
does write back, if she ever does write back and say like, "Oh, so what you want me to autograph for him?" I'll be like, "Think you can autograph the ring, the ring gear you wore specifically at Dynamite in Knoxville?
That would be insane.
Specifically the shorts we're wearing."
Okay, you don't gotta go that far. She could send me
Specifically the
she
inside.
could send me a handcuff, like one of those like zebra print or cheetah print handcuffs. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, the fuzzy one.
Yeah.
And then like just send him literally anything, Send him I think of something that'd be neat to sign. Would also be, have some comedic value to it. Like, send him some the inside.
Yo, if
that wouldn't work.
okay, this is a miraculous long shot. If I could ever get the coat that she wore before she went in the ring,
Ooh.
I would, no joke, unironically wear that on occasion. I'd make an outfit that goes hard with that coat, just to like flex that I got Jamie Hayter's coat.
No. If she writes back saying like, "What do you want to get signed?" I'd be like, "This is gonna sound ridiculous, but think you could sign a Tajikistan flag?" Send it to him.
Oh man,
Even if it's a miniature one.
that would be incredible. Genuinely. Yeah, I bet Jamie Hayter has an Amazon Prime subscription, and a Tajikistan flag is $8 with Amazon Prime. She might.
I'm sure she's getting paid enough to afford that.
Yeah. Fuck, I'd pay for it. I'd buy the Tajik flag for her to sign it. No, actually, I'd just send her mine.
I have $4.90 in my Cameo account now.
Wow.
I'm halfway to being able to afford a Tajikistan flag again.
Wow.
It's off Cameos alone. I didn't think that would work. I honestly didn't think anybody would buy them. Now I'm 3 in.
Once you get to like $8 in your Cameo account, just as soon as Jamie Hayter posts something, put like post notifications on. Be like the first comment and be like, "Hey, my friend's a huge fan of yours. Can I send you a Tajikistan flag to sign and mail to him?"
And then she's gonna ask like, "Does he live in Tajikistan?"
She's like, no. He lives in Knoxville. He lives near Knoxville. He saw your show in there. He's a huge fan.
You're gonna set such a bad impression. She won't ever want to return to Knoxville.
I think she would think it's cool that someone wanted to get a random Middle Eastern flag signed by her.
You should just ask her to go out for next time they're in Knoxville, just ask her if she wants to go out for an English breakfast or something at some place and offer to buy her a full English breakfast.
Dude, that'd be crazy. I mean,
English breakfast look nasty though.
I think if we can ever figure out where Jamie Hayter's next show is, or maybe not next, but next convenient to go to show is, we got to get like an entrance row seat, right? Like right next to where they walk in, just so I can bring a sign that says "I love Jamie Hayter" and hold it up right there. It'll be on the cameras. You'll see it when she walks out. I just want to get a high five or something.
I mean, this is one of the most beautiful women I've unironically, one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
Genuinely. Number one on my top 50.
Like this era,
8 out of 10. 8.5. Not my favorite.
Era.
10 out of 10. 15 out of 10.
I mean, I'm not typically a man to be into certain body parts, but those thighs.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just saying.
Dude, the way they curve into the hip is sensual.
Yeah, again, very unique gear choice. Wearing
some of the most unique in any wrestler. One of the most unique outfit choices consistently.
There we go. You want that $5? One more cameo, I can buy you a Jamie Hayter 2022 Upper Deck AEW Wrestling Rookie Card.
I'm just gonna buy that right now.
You're going to?
Fuck yeah.
You want me to drop the link to it?
No, I'm looking it up.
You're actually gonna buy a Jamie Hayter wrestling card?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's a couple of them.
Oh. That's...
Oh.
Bro, something about that.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm the biggest fan of redhead Jamie Hayter. Like, as long as she looks something like that, I'm happy.
I wouldn't recognize her in public.
No, genuinely, I don't think I would if she wasn't in outfit.
What about
I think
black and white hair Jamie Hayter?
Dude, that's so hot. I think no matter what, if she was in some wrestling outfit, even if it was one I haven't seen before, I'd be able to be like, that's Jamie Hayter over there, because she has a very unique style. But out in public, genuinely, no, I would not recognize her. She does not look like on stage Jamie Hayter. She looks like whatever her name is, Paige something. I forget her full
but
name.
You know who we would,
Dakota Kai.
We would recognize in public.
Yeah.
We would like even in a dress. You realize
that jawline is
that
just too distinct.
Like Dakota Kai, bro. I don't know what it is about her. She no words.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that she's better looking than Jamie Hayter. They're both pretty women, but hold on, 8x10 photo. It says autographed. It says an 8x10 photo of Dakota Kai. Do you want that, Tommy boy?
I'm gonna get a Jamie card first. I'm looking at them. There's a lot of them. I'm trying to think about which one I want to get.
I'm genuinely curious. Is there anything Jamie Hayter related?
Wait, is it,
that's not just a photo?
is this?
Oh, here you go, Thomas.
Is this a 60 pack?
Put this.
I'm not gonna lie here. There we go. I can't really see your screen, but dude, that's
in a jar, Tommy boy.
No. That's kind of fire though. No, that box is too beat up. Nah.
That's probably why it's $25.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah, but
I mean, the doll's in good condition, but the box is fucked. And
that's an action figure. That's not a doll.
Whoa.
No, that's an action figure.
Sorry. The figure's in nice condition, which is I guess the main part. But no, I want a nice box to display it in.
Okay,
I'm genuinely gonna buy a Jamie Hayter card though. I gotta pick which one because she has a lot.
Box in good condition.
I'm trying to see if she has a redhead card in her newer outfits. And wait, do we?
Comes with the belt and everything though.
Ooh. Not gonna lie, it doesn't really look like her.
Are there any redhead Jamie Hayter figures?
I hope they just got a more accurately modeled one, cause. Huh.
This is kind of sort of a redhead Jamie Hayter.
No, I think that's Japan Jamie Hayter. Or, well, no, not Japan, because that's AEW, but around that time.
Okay, I found a Jamie Hayter card for you.
Okay.
Quite affordable. I mean, it is definitely within a budget.
Hey, I'm looking at under $10. Oh.
How about under $1?
Yeah. Wow. What is shipping though?
shipping?
$1.25. Ooh. Hey, send the link.
5'8", 143, born April 23rd, 1995 in Southampton, England.
Hey, drop the link, dog.
I'm going to.
Thank you. I think
I'll
that's
gotta look.
that's the one I gotta get.
Let's see here.
Shout out
You know,
Jamie
let's check
Hayter
out,
for like the
this
9th
one's
time.
out here. More than need Jamie Hayter on lowest price. Or you can always like go here and get it for 58 cents.
What? Hold. What's that? Comp C.
Yeah, you can get a ton of them here.
Oh, I might buy a couple actually.
The cheapest autographed Jamie Hayter card is 120.
Oh man. I don't want to spend that much.
If you want to get one with a piece of a ring mat that she wrestled on, it's $9.51.
No way.
Matt Rayleigh, that has a piece of the mat that I'm assuming that she wrestled on.
Alright, I'm getting that one. For sure.
You are?
Yes.
Copy the link, then I'll
I'm already there. I'm already looking.
Oh wow, really?
Yes.
Yeah, you can sort by like
Let me get to that
basically
one.
any like athlete on here, like regardless of sport.
Where's that one at? Gold mat relics. No way.
Same thing with Dakota Kai. You can get like a Dakota Kai mat card.
Dude, in 2023 they made an AEW playing card deck, and she's the Queen of Hearts. Fitting, I'll say.
Autographed. Dakota Kai autograph for $14.27. Let me show you. You want to see something that WWE used to do that's kind of weird? They used to make these things. And this is like, been almost 10 years ago, but you can just get a card that they had one of the women wrestlers, like, kiss. And apparently this is like a collectible thing.
Not gonna lie, I totally get it.
If it was Dakota Kai or whatever.
Oh yeah, if that was Jamie Hayter, I'd spend like a rack on it. No, I wouldn't send that hard, but I get the appeal to it. That's definitely a money maker. Sell it for like $100 at the show, split it like 50-50 with the girl or whatever. Yeah. Dude, imagine if they did that with the guys and they put like lipstick on their tip and like slapped it on the card, and you got like a mushroom stamped card of the guys. Like, what would a Hulk Hogan mushroom stamp card go for in 2025?
I think it would be bigger than the piece of fabric they're kissing.
Yeah.
Or their marketing.
It might be.
They have to make like one. You ever seen those like jumbo Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
I think they have to get one that size to fit it.
They just get a normal 8x11 piece of printer paper for him to lay it across.
Are you really gonna get the Jamie Hayter autograph?
Yeah. No, not the autograph. I'm not spending $120 on a card today. Maybe when I got more money, I'd buy one. I'm buying the one with the piece of mat. Yes, I'm buying that, and I'm gonna buy a couple of the like 50-cent to $1 cards that are just good pictures.
Just of Jamie Hayter. What's the most expensive wrestling card you can get? The most expensive wrestling card is a whopping $22,031.
Wow.
for MJF.
You have received a trading card with match used ring mat that has been certified to the Upper Deck Company as having been used in the AEW match. Yeah. That's crazy. Alright, so we got that one.
Hey, I wonder, is Gigi Dolan on here?
Has to be.
Of course she is. Bro, ooh! This has... It's something that she wore? Oh, not from any specific match or event.
Oh.
Let's say that's something that she wore.
Man.
But she autographed it.
Huh.
That's what we got here, bro. Gigi Dolan, though. Yeah, the lowest price.
What? I gotta remember what picture that is so I don't accidentally buy it twice. Okay.
I can get a... Ooh, I can get a Gigi Dolan matte card for $11. I love how it just turned into was looking at wrestling cards.
Yeah. I'm genuinely about to buy one though.
Oh, I got a new cameo review. Let's see how this turned out.
Wait, you got another one?
Another 5-star! Another 5-star result!
Nice. Moving up in the
I
world.
randomly bought this because I was bored. Actually gave really good advice and I don't regret my purchase.
Wow. Is that the one you just got?
Good! I'm doing good! Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Woo! I'm doing good for myself.
Let's get that one. Like, imagine we pull up to an AEW match. We're right next to where the wrestlers run in. I got my I Love Jamie Hayter sign up, right? Maybe she walks up, sees it, acknowledges it, and then I'm like, hold on. I drop the sign. I pull up my collection of Jamie Hayter player cards. They're like, can you autograph these, please?
You know, like how they have like a, how you buy like purchase cons and they're just like all connected, like just tear one off and go.
Mm-hmm.
What if you have like something like that with like all the cards where you just have them all like in connected sleeves? You just like drop it and they all fall.
It's just all my cards.
You just like hold one. I'm hold this the opposite way so I don't dock myself with my ID. You just hold out, they all fall like.
Mm-hmm.
Can you autograph these?
Yeah.
It's what I do. If I ever met Will Ferrell, for example, I'd immediately like whip out my wallet, and be like, "Hey, Mr. Ferrell, can you sign this?" I just like show him the Will Ferrell, Ricky Bobby ID.
I bet he would. He'd probably find that so cool. Like, Will Ferrell's just a cool guy like that. Like, if you're like, man, I've dedicated my life to being a Ricky Bobby fan, like he'd go right into character and start talking like Ricky Bobby to you.
Listen.
You're like, oh yeah, man, I'll sign that. I'll sign. Just start doing whatever. Be like, by the way, if you don't chew big red, fuck you.
Yeah, me and my mom and my sister were at TJ Maxx a few days ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
TJ Maxx just has the most like random assortment of clothes. Like you'll find just like the weirdest stuff in there. So I'm flipping through the men's racks, and I'm in the large section, and I find a Talladega Nights shirt with like Ricky Bobby in the back saying, "If you're not first, you're last." I'm like, this is only like $10. I'm getting this. I got it.
One time I was at a TJ Maxx and I found a jar of caviar for $3. I bought it. It was pretty bad.
I was about to say, if it's $3 caviar from TJ Maxx, especially, it's gonna be spoiled. I don't know. I'm still sharing my Gigi Dolan tablet.
Are you buying any?
Maybe off camera.
Okay.
Priscilla Kelly's her real name. I need to listen. Hear me out. Is there anything Tatum Paxley? I don't know why, but something about Tatum Paxley, bro. What's the most expensive Tatum Paxley card? Nice price. 132. What do you know about Tatum Paxley?
Nothing, honestly.
Hear me out, bro. Something about her.
Wait.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. She kind of looks like a guy I knew in high school. Not gonna lie.
But yeah, nothing will ever match Jamie Hayter.
Facts.
I'm like, I wish I could find a backside picture so we could see what you've been talking about, but
I got a couple.
you took a few.
Well, I got them off YouTube. Do you want me to drop them in the Discord?
I mean, if you want to.
For not legal purposes, for entertainment show purposes, this is to show where we were sitting in the match. Which we already showed them, but some of these pictures include Jamie Hayter's ass.
How convenient. Yeah, guys. I've had a lot of Rob Zombie songs stuck in my head. Just random thought.
Oh.
I've been, like, never gonna stop me.
Hey,
It's been stuck in my head today.
Can I? Okay, never mind.
What are King things to know about AEW's Jamie Hayter?
Let's read them. Wait, quiz me. Oh, never
She's
mind.
very private. Who follow Jamie on any social media will know a little bit in her life. In an era where pro wrestlers have everything on show, from family to political opinions, Hayter is the far managed to keep everything under wraps. Instagram pictures regarding wrestling in her career, which is a good move when it comes to protecting yourself when in a position under spotlight, especially looking at how vicious social media can be when it comes to. Okay, I'm not reading all of these, but like, I mean, I'm reading all the reasons, but like not the whole description.
All right.
He's ranked top 50 in the PWI ranking.
Sorry.
Which is Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for killing me. Hayter is currently AEW's only British female wrestler.
Huh.
AEW fans have seen her before.
Yeah.
She
From
started in
Japan.
2015. Hey, happy 10th anniversary of wrestling.
That's crazy.
Hayter.
Yeah.
Won her first title in 2017 and never lost it. Big League Wrestling went under in 2019. She never lost the title, making her the company's only women's champion. Wow.
Crazy.
Won a prominent women's wrestling tournament. I don't know how that's, number 7, but they appear on NXT UK. Wrestled in Stardom, man. Was in a tag team with B. Priestley, whoever that is. Ever with Utami Hayashida. I don't know what. That's such an unfortunate last name.
I watched a lot of those matches.
Name. Just saying. Just saying. It's a very unfortunate last
Hayashida?
name.
I watched a lot of those matches, dog. I think they might have actually hated each other because a lot of times they really hurt each other, and it was fun. It was fun to watch.
A 2-time Rev Pro champion, and the number one thing you need to know about Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker brought her back. I don't know why that's number 1, but there we go.
Okay. Personally, I think I brought her back. I think my undying love for Jamie Hayter is the reason she's famous. I might be wrong, but, Look, all I'm saying, if Jamie Hayter's so famous, why did I never hear about her before seeing her at Knoxville?
I mean, probably because you hadn't really looked too much into AEW. Okay, so I'm now gonna.
Don't try to make sense of it.
For purposes that are related to what you discussed, would you like to now show the audience the photos that you were talking about?
Yeah, pull them up. I sent. Oh wait, I put them in the chat. Never mind. I can pull them up.
Yeah, cause you're the one who's recording this from your
Yeah, I'm so used to you being like the Jamie. So here's this first picture. I don't think me and Landon are in this one, but if I zoom in here, you guys can really see why we liked this show so much. Why we're so in love with Jamie Hayter. Yeah, it's a picture. If you go down to the second one though, and we look right here, we'll see there's me, and there's Landy Boy, and there's our two seatmates that were very loud but very cool. Those guys are awesome. And if we zoom back out, you'll see on the left hand side, oh my god, oh god, I'm in love. Jamie Hayter, man.
Jamie, bro.
Caked up.
If I could say anything to Jamie Hayter, I would just say, sit on my face.
I wouldn't sexually harass her. I
wouldn't.
I'd just be like, I love you.
If you consent, I'd say like, Jamie, if you consent, sit on my face.
I'd just be like, Jamie, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for existing.
That first picture, man.
All right, what's my total at here? Does it say?
I mean, Jamie Hayter, bro. Everything about that woman.
Wait.
I mean, even you said you don't really care much for the British women.
Yeah, I think I went on record saying all British women are ugly, and then I saw Jamie and I was like, never mind.
I mean, she's a Jamie freaking Hayter, bro.
Facts.
Oh man. I must say, I think that Jamie Hayter was the most talented. Not even like saying this because everything else that we love about her. I'm saying that she's probably the most talented women's wrestler that I've ever watched live.
I agree. When she triple German suplex Julia Hart, that was insane. Like, she did it twice, and then everyone's like, one more, do it again. And then she's like, alright, picks her up, boom. I'm like, oh my god. Like, that moment right there sealed it for me. I was like, I love Jamie Hayter now. That was incredible.
How much do you think she could lift?
At least me.
Julia Hart. Man, I mean,
wasn't it on the card? She's like,
she was lifting up
5'8", 146, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so just saying, Julia Hart's 149. If she can pick up 149, like it's just like a piece of paper, pretty much.
Yeah.
She, man. Jamie Hayter, bro. I think we need to start mentioning her in every episode at least once.
We do. I think we have, actually, since AEW.
With good reason.
I think without fail, every episode since AEW, we've talked for at least 5 minutes about Jamie Hayter.
I think this is going to go down as our longest talk about Jamie Hayter, but...
Yeah.
There's... I have nothing negative to say about Jamie Hayter, other than like saying that, English breakfast is nasty, and that seems to be one of her favorite things, as me and Thomas have pointed out. Other than eating that nasty English breakfast with beans and all that, and like full baby tomatoes, everything else is cool.
Man.
It's my listen, what's bad? My Cameo DMs are more busy than my Instagram DMs.
Alright, I'm about to buy 7 Jamie Hayter cards. See,
really?
In total, the cards add up to $13.50, tax is $220. So we're at a little over like $16 with or almost $16 with the cards. But here's the thing: shipping's $9, brings us up to like $25, right, for 7 cards.
That's a pretty good price for cards.
Yeah, I get. When you think about it, that is like a little over like $1 a card for shipping. And if I was to buy them on eBay, where it's like $1.20 a card for shipping, it would actually be the same price. So I'm not saving money going anywhere else when you think about it.
There you go. I mean, that website though, I bought a couple of cards from there before for a buddy of mine for a birthday gift.
You know what?
And they, they're pretty affordable.
Just to make the shipping extra worth the money, I'm gonna get one more card. We're getting 8 cards, with one of them being a ring piece card.
You're getting the ring that card 100%.
Oh yeah. What the fuck? That is not Jamie Hayter. Why are you showing me that? I think got that one with the ring piece, and that one, and that one. She doesn't have that many cards. I think I might actually be getting all of her cards.
Are you Jamie Hayter's biggest fan or something?
Oh no, she has a couple more. Gotta be, right?
Are you getting the one of her holding the belt on the black and yellow background?
Where do you see that one? Oh yeah. Let me get that one.
You are getting it?
For sure, yeah. Yeah, you want to show them? Yeah. There you go.
This card right here.
Oh, I'm looking at a different one. Yeah, I already got that one.
How about the 99-cent one on a blue background?
Yeah, I got that. Scroll down to $1.69. Wait. Actually, 104 up there. That's the that one right there. Also holding the belt, getting that one.
Yeah, wrestling cards just look kind of cool, man. I don't know what it is about them. That pose right there, if it was from the opposite angle, $1 million card.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, you should get the Queen of Hearts one. That's...
Yeah. $5.72 for one card out of a poker deck? Come on, dog. If it was for the whole deck, I'd buy it, but for one card out of a deck, that just means there's 51 other cards somewhere in an incomplete deck.
AEW... Or maybe it was just like a thing they put in packs randomly. It might be just like a, special design they put in like every, once per pack or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Kind of looks like there's a full deck, considering all of the cards are numbered 1 through 52. I kind of think it's the whole deck. Yeah.
Penta. I love Penta. Okay. I still think you're about the Jamie Hayter autograph.
I'm not dropping $120 on that right now.
Jamie Hayter, though.
I would rather spend that money on an entrance side ticket and get Jamie to sign all of my cards.
What if she doesn't sign them all? What if she thinks you're gonna resell them all?
Look, if she's like, I'm not gonna see these on eBay, am I? I'm gonna go, no, add me on Instagram, I'll send you a picture of them framed in my room. And then she'd add me on Instagram.
You buy Jimmy Hater gear. I know you can buy, like, used wrestling gear. Like, you know, right, stuff that people wore in the ring. Fine. Hold on. Used WWE, like, for example, used WWE ring gear. I know you can find it on eBay sometimes. No, there we go. Is it not going to search?
Maybe not. Oh, hey, sock check.
Oh.
Didn't realize I was showing off the dogs here. Got my orange socks on.
Here's my sock check of the day. These greenish horseshoe rainbow things I got from a school giveaway one time.
Quite nice.
Okay, so if I look up used WWE ring... Okay, here we go. WWE ring worn. That's probably a lot better.
You can buy the stairs for $19.
For wrestling ring figures, I think.
Yeah.
Or figure-ring.
Alexa Bliss?
Real, like... ring worn Nikki Cross.
Oh.
From whenever her and this other chick were in a tag team. Mackenzie Mitchell, NXT ring worn signed photo. $350 for a ring worn dress and photo?
Are you about to drop $350 on that?
I know.
$350?
Or $350 for Jacqueline,
let me hit up the likeness from Monster real quick. I need about $350.
Macho Man Randy Savage ring worn.
Oh, replica.
I was trying to ignore that part. Dean Ambrose ring worn shield vest.
Huh.
You remember John Moxley, right? The guy that came in at the very end, the bald dude in the green shirt that came out. That's Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Tessa Blanchard CMLL ring worn signed custom entrance jacket. John Cena ring worn WrestleMania 31 access gear.
Damn. Was that Ric Flair?
Ric Flair ring worn.
Yeah.
Didn't have anything in there. Or wait, oh, is that a sequin from the?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of lame to pay $15 for. Chelsea Green ring worn on WWE SmackDown. You want to pay $2,200 for that ring worn gear that she wore on an episode of SmackDown?
I wouldn't pay $2,200 for her.
Tama Tonga autographed Bloodline WWE. Oh, that's not worth $1,000. There's no shot.
It's kind of lame. Like, he'd definitely pick that up for like $20 at like a Halloween store.
$2,800. Hey, $19 for a ring worn 1983 feather from Ric Flair. A piece of a feather. Pay $16.90 for Rosa Mendez ring worn and signed gear.
Crazy.
What's the cheapest? Can I sort by cheapest?
Yeah, you can go low to high.
First. $10 for a card with the Hurricane.
What?
Ring shirt. Apollo Crews ring worn shirt used during wrestling. Ooh, I'm interested in seeing this. Ring worn used during wrestling. See, for all we know, they could have just bought a shirt that looked like the one he wore.
Yeah.
here's the picture of Apollo Crews, right? One of the coolest wrestling I've ever heard, by the way, Apollo Crews. Does that look like that shirt? Exactly. I'm trying to like pay attention to like the cut lines and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Do they look similar enough?
Wait, hold on. Wait, let me think about this. Let me use. Alright, hold on. Oh, wait. Pull up. The picture above the black guy, above Apollo. Oh, yeah, I want to see that one. All right. That is exactly that wide. Okay, now pull up the picture with him. Oh wait, I just realized I'm looking at the wrong picture. Sir, pull up the one above the one I was just looking at. No. See, that's.
I'm trying to look at like the paint or whatever, the chipping on it.
Hold on. All right. Go back to Apollo. Back to Apollo, real quick.
How do I expose this dude?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, so pay attention to that. So there's, two dots chipped off on the A and a line chipped off on the C. Two lines chipped off on the A and a line chipped off on the C. Unless that's the actual like graphic that comes on this shirt.
Can we find another one of these shirts? Because the spacing on the letters, I feel like, isn't correct. I think it's got too much gray between the end of the letters and the start of the cut, and I don't think the cuts followed the right angle.
That's just the design on the shirt.
Yeah.
To have the have it look worn, have it look a little rough.
Yeah, and doing some redneck measurements, like just finger measuring and just thinking about it. I don't think that guy cut it exactly right. There's more gray between the cut and the letter on this guy's shirt than on Apollo.
So eBay, get this fraud.
Yeah.
Get this fraud.
Plus, if you notice, the cut on the right side of the shirt is fairly smooth, which matches up with the photo, but we don't see the left side of Apollo to see if it has that rough cut on that shoulder. If it had that jagged cut that his shirt had, that would all but like confirm it, that's the shirt, but he doesn't show that.
Look at the bottom. See, the bottom looks like it's a pretty smooth cut down here on the bottom. Not even cut, just looks like a pretty.
It's just rolled up,
right?
yeah.
It looks like it's not been tampered. But it looks like it's not been tampered with. Like you can see even on the roll up, it looks pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Does this look that smooth? It has like, where it jots up and stuff.
I'm waiting for the shirt to come back up. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely not the shirt. Yeah. That dude faking.
Okay, I kind of pre-scrolled a little bit here. I just want you to air yourself for the next photo, right?
Okay.
This handsome man greeting us.
Okay.
Signed. $100 for a signed. Handsome Jimmy. Handsome is right. Valiant ringworn yeah. It says stripped. It should be striped, but stripped bandana.
Dog, I'm not gonna pay $100 for it after it's been on your forehead.
Now maybe if I got an autographed photo of this handsome young man here.
Yeah, I'd pay $100 for his autograph. Fuck the bandana.
A lot of OC and Bullet Club stuff here. Ring-worn WWE Unicorn New Day horn. Well, yeah, New Day Unicorn horn, worn by Big E, fully works. Okay. 2K19 Ric Flair ring-worn rope piece plaque unique.
What is with people taking little strips of fabric off Ric Flair and selling it? It doesn't have the Midas touch. It hasn't been turned to gold. It's still a piece of fabric.
Ring-worn Mr. Excitement Ryan Kidd wrestling kick pad. Why would I want like gear worn by a 12-year-old?
That's just used gear.
Who's letting a 12-year-old wrestle?
That's straight up just used gear.
I mean, people like to buy like ring-worn gear. Who let this kid wrestle?
Yeah.
Oh my God! This is embarrassing. Imagine paying $163 for a ring, not even like a ring worn, just a tank top worn outside of the ring by a wrestler.
Well,
that's awful.
I am the soon-to-be owner of 8 Jamie Hayter cards.
Finn Balor ring-worn armband.
Okay.
You get a Paramore shirt worn by a wrestler. There we go. Now we're talking. Ring-worn gear by Dakota Kai. And it's autographed.
Damn.
If this was...
Did we already look up Jamie Hayter ring-worn gear?
I think I tried looking it up.
Straight up, if I could get that coat from Knoxville, I'd no joke put a fit together to make that look hard on me. Like, that was actually a really good looking coat.
Well, then you realize you're like 8 inches taller than her. I don't think that'd really fit you.
That thing was damn near down to her feet, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Might have been.
Oh, I'm gonna look up a picture.
Jamie Hayter ring worn. One thing that shows up is cards.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye. I think I got worn to say Jamie Hayter worn.
Damn.
There's bound to be something about it. Being highest first, I assume would be better.
Find a picture of her with that coat on. Oh, okay, no, it was not damn near down to her feet, but
50. Oh, you can get a $100 for a piece of fabric from something she wore.
Yeah, what? Wait, what? That's from a piece of her clothes?
Hey. That says worn out of 50 worn relic.
I'm not sure about that. Oh, it's from South Korea though, maybe.
Well, this is from a card. It's like an official card.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Yeah,
Never mind.
You know.
Yeah, anyways, this coat right here, this like yellow plaid coat with like the brown fur. I mean, that's kind of like what Macklemore is wearing in Thrift Shop. Like, I could put that together with something. I could make it look hard. Jamie Hayter, how much for your coat? Just give me a number, I'll buy it.
Ooh, hold on! Hold up! I'm gonna drop this in here immediately. The auction ends in like 2 minutes. Okay.
What?
One bid. You can definitely get this. You could definitely get this.
Drop the link.
Hayter,
Drop the link.
Cool looking thing.
Put it in Discord. I'm buying.
Literally 99 cents. One bid left. 1 minute left. It ends in like a minute.
Wait, what? What is this?
Oh, go, Tommy! Just go! It's Jamie Hayter. It's one bid.
No, but what is it?
it's just a patch with a logo of EW's biggest pay-per-view of the year, but it's a piece of fabric, has a logo on it, but it's Jamie Hayter.
Wait. Eh.
Thomas, it has 1 minute on it. It ends in a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's gonna be $6 though, and I got basically that picture of her on a card already. So.
Yeah, but this comes with like a pretty nice looking piece of fabric. I'll get it.
If you want to, it's in Chattanooga. If you want to get it, you can get it. I mean, that's up.
If it's in Chattanooga, you'll get it within 2 days, Thomas. Just
Yeah.
buy it.
So will you, Landon? If you buy it, I already bought 8 Jamie Hayter cards. All right, I'm all right. Just bid. Are you actually buying it?
Screw it. I'm hiding the tab.
Alright. Hell yeah, I just dropped my PS5 controller. Alright. We're good.
Oh, so the minimum bid, never mind. The minimum bid is $2. Yeah, I thought I was only going to have to pay $1 for it.
Dog, I'll cash app you $1. I will finance $1 of your Jamie Hayter card. Just to make you feel okay with spending $1 on it.
I'm just going to let it end.
Aw.
Now, those 2 seconds left, I wouldn't have time to input my information anyway.
No, you have time to pay after. As long as you're the winning bid, you have like 3 days to pay.
No, like, I did not win the... Like, I didn't even get time to put in the bid.
Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We tried.
I'm still gonna be the proud owner of 8 Jamie Hayter cards.
Boy.
I mean, it's crazy that Jamie Hayter cards are going for like 50, 60 cents. You know, like I think they should be worth like 1,000. But dog, it's Jamie Hayter. Yeah. Anyway, it's.
Hold up. I got a picture you can buy.
I'm not buying any more pictures. I bought 8 of them. I feel weird buying more.
I mean...
That's literally from her Instagram. In fact, I sent that picture to you on Instagram.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I wonder how much would a Jamie Hayter autograph be on eBay? We're gonna go. Alright. Gonna go lowest first, please. Please. Hey. The cheapest Jamie Hayter autograph would be 40. Yeah, $42 for an autograph.
Shit. Low-key?
You thinking about it?
Thinking.
You think about it?
I am thinking about it.
You're just going to go all in on the Jamie Hayter thing?
It feels disingenuous getting her signature from someone else. Like I don't feel like I deserve to have her signature if she's not signing something of mine, like, with me there, you know? I feel like it's gotta be like a person-to-person thing for it to mean anything.
I mean, I have quite a few autographed football and basketball cards I've got over the years just for the heck of it.
Yeah, I got some Michael Jordan cards somewhere, but I don't really care about them.
Are they autographed?
No, but they're... I forget, they're part of some rare collection.
Now, I just remember, there's something you said you want to talk about pre-show.
I did. Oh no. If you remember and I don't, I'm kind of worried.
Like the very last thing you said.
Yeah, okay, never mind. My goat, my Lord and Savior Kanye West has ascended to a new level of glory, of truthfulness, of just. I never doubted Kanye from the beginning. You know, from when this whole thing started, I never doubted that it would get to this point, and I'm so glad it did. I'm so glad that Kanye's out here saying what's on everyone's mind. Kanye's out here saying what everyone's been wanting to say for almost 100 years, and we haven't been able to because of oppressive governments, oppressive media, oppressive social medias, oppressive public anti-free think. You know, Kanye single-handedly defeated the left by tweeting. Kanye went on Twitter, said what he had to say, dropped an absolute truth bomb on everyone, and evaporated the left. Alright? He did, with a couple tweets, what Ben Shapiro in 20 years could never do with facts and logic. He just... Round of applause for Kanye West.
He made graduation. He made graduation.
He made Donda.
He made graduation. He made graduation.
He made
graduation.
He made Jesus. He made
College Dropout.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. He made Yay. He made Kids See Ghost. I love Kanye.
Graduation.
How
could he?
I will never stop supporting Kanye.
I love Kanye the artist. Kanye the person has some controversial takes.
Kanye the person is the most truthful, honest, kind-hearted person I know.
This picture, though, I don't know why I love that so much.
Hold on. Oh, well, you can't... I guess you can't pull it up, but there's a... When he was next to Bianca on... Maybe you could find a picture of him next to Bianca, I wanted to quote that tweet right there so bad, the black one. I wanted to say that out loud, but then I realized YouTube would not like if I said was so fresh out loud. But if you can find a picture of Kanye next to Bianca before she took the coat off, and you can see what shoes he's wearing, I want to point them out because I'm gonna buy them.
Right here.
Yes, he is wearing... let me get this correct. I want to make sure I'm not messing it up. He's wearing the Yeezy... Hold on. His website has pretty bad servers, so take a long time to load. The Yeezy SL03 boots. They're $20 and I'm buying a pair. Bought a pair. I gotta wait 6 to 8 weeks from the ship.
Everything on Yeezy. Oh God. Nope.
I'm also gonna buy one of those.
You are?
Well, I'm gonna put an order in for one. I don't think he's gonna ship it because one of his last tweets before he deleted his Twitter was, "I'm not actually gonna sell this shirt. I don't want anyone to get hurt," or something like that. But if he was actually gonna sell me one of those, I would buy it. Also, he does these sort of like codes with the names. Like the hoodies are like HD, like hoodie. The windbreakers are WB. This one is HH. What do you think HH stands for?
Oh, just like. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, the HD01 hoodies that have like the four M's and like a square sort of thing. That design is the same design that Cass's hoodie had when she was getting beat in the hallway by Diddy in that one video. I bought one of those.
the only thing on Yeezy.com right now is the white shirt with
Yeah, the HHO1, but
the unfinished window, you might say.
yeah, the rest of the stuff will eventually come back up, probably
Wow.
in a couple days. But I already have it ordered, so I'm good.
Never forget what he said about Kamala Harris before he deleted it.
Only tweet I disagree with, only time Kanye ever lied in his entire career.
Shout out to my white blank on the subject of being taken from out the blue. One of my white supremacist homies told me his boy had land outside of Orange County that the government seized and couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Kanye, man. Oh wait, did he apparently had a Super Bowl ad.
He did. He was in the dentist's office and he went, "Hey guys, it's Ye. I spent all of the commercial money on these grills," and he like shows off these new diamond grills he got. He's like, "So again, I gotta film the ad off my phone. Go to easy.com." That was the whole ad.
Let's see if I can find it.
The most expensive in history.
Is this real?
Yeah.
I didn't.
So
I didn't
last
see it
year,
there.
he spent $7 million to put his commercial into the Super Bowl, and then he made a video. He was like, "Hey guys, it's Ye. I spent all the money on putting the commercial in the Super Bowl, so I didn't have any more money left for the ad. So I gotta film it off my phone, and I'm gonna put down at the bottom Yeezy.com. Go to Yeezy.com. I got some shoes, and that's it." And he was kind of parodying that again this year.
Find it. Like, apparently, they didn't want to air. Okay, let's try this.
I can't wait to watch this.
I swear to God, YouTube. Yeah, it's still loading. Still struggling to load. Okay, here it is.
I spent like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth.
Kanye West dropped a bizarre Super Bowl ad after days
Some of
Dog.
these AI things. Wow.
after bombarding.
Yes. Yeah, forget AI. We don't want that.
Really quick, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
In your settings, go to System and About, and tell me what CPU you have, because I just want to know.
Okay, like Discord settings?
No, your PC settings, like in the bottom left corner, hit like Windows settings, System and About, and it'll tell you what your PC specs are. I just want to know what your CPU is, because it takes so long to load things that it's hard to believe it'd be anything more than like a 2-core.
System. Okay, so go to settings and system, right?
Yeah, and it'll either say about or like system information, and it should tell you what CPU you have. I'm just curious.
About CPU.
Yeah.
I don't see anything about that.
Let me double check I got the right way. Settings, stem, about. Yeah, processor. What does it say there? What kind of processor you got?
Oh, 11th gen Intel R Core TM i3 1115 G4 at 3.00 GHz 2.90 GHz.
Okay. That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Bad.
It's usable.
Real, let's watch Kanye's Super Bowl commercial. Why don't we?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, no, we don't care about Liberty. We are not sponsored by Liberty. We do not condone Liberty. We do not like Liberty. Liberty has interrupted our viewing experience. I never had YouTube Premium. Here it is. I was literally going to get an ad for Liberty, but I guess they just canceled.
What's up, guys? I spent like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth. So once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone. Go to easy.com.
That was one of the ads of all time.
Yeah, I just had to double check really quick. You do in fact have a 2-core processor, which, I mean, it'll run, Discord and Internet Explorer just fine, but it's a little unfortunate.
Well, we ball anyway.
Yeah.
How long have we been recording for, Tommy Boy, by the way? Just to get the obligatory question out of the way.
Just under 2.5 hours.
Okay, so let's take about 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, speaking of which, kind of out of character for me, I gotta take a piss break.
Oh, wow.
So, I'm gonna go do that. I'll be right back.
Hey. I'm going to take this opportunity to do another shameless plug for my Cameo. If you didn't buy one earlier, that's fine. If you don't want to buy one now, that's fine. I'm just saying, I'm available on Cameo now. Both my reviews have been for 5 stars, which is, amazing to see. Average video length is 320. I did give a 7-minute one earlier, by the way. So I can ramble on for a long time if you need me to. I mean, 2 5-star reviews is insane. Now, I will say, I'm not a professional. My title on there isn't a professional nobody, in fact, so I am a professional nobody. Anyway, I am willing to do cameos now for anything, as long as it's not offensive or not going to get me banned from the platform. 2 5-star reviews. Wow, this is. I keep looking at it, man. I'm proud of myself for that. And Tommy wants back.
I'm surprised you haven't had to take a piss break yet.
Is it raining where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's raining here, so it must be a multi-county-wide thing.
I think it's like a multi-state thing right now.
Oh, I'd love to see you in a wet T-shirt contest, Tommy boy.
Man, man, I don't know if I want to share this. I got a kind of crazy story to tell, but it's a little different. I don't know if I want to talk about it. Let me
Different in what way?
let me get your opinion on this really quick. I'm sending it to you on Snap.
Oh boy. Should I be scared?
Nah. It's fucking funny though. Should I tell him?
It's up to you if you want to share the information on the internet for
Oh man.
tens of people to see.
Do you think that's like show quality information?
Listen, we're getting to the point in the show where like we are running out of topics for the day. I think that would be quite hilarious to kind of rejuvenate us.
Alright, so
And it's your call.
it's like a couple nights ago it was raining, right? But it wasn't raining too hard. It was just like a light mist going on. I was like, I bet it would feel nice to walk outside right now because it was kind of warm outside too. So I just started like walking outside, and I live in like the middle of the woods, like genuinely. I'm surrounded by forests. So I just kind of started like walking over into the woods. Like I got this one kind of trail that like goes off into my property. And I was just looking up at the sky. I was feeling the rain. And something about it just had me twitching, and I couldn't resist. And I just started stroking it in the middle of the woods. And you know, I did my thing, and then I was like, God, this is incredible. I feel so good out here. And then I walked back, and that was it.
Tommy boy, ladies and gentlemen. That's no words. No words.
Man, it's just something about the moment felt right. You know, it was like 1 in the morning, kind of warm, gentle rain coming down. Somebody just felt so good, and I was just like, I just gotta like bust a nut to this moment, and I did.
Good for you, I guess.
You gotta try it sometime, man. It's exhilarating. You don't know what it means to be alive.
Near some wood.
You don't know what it means to be alive till you're choking chicken in the middle of the forest in the rain at 1 in the morning.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll take your word for it if that's what you.
For anyone that knows me personally, I'm joking.
For anybody who doesn't know you personally.
I mean, I'm not.
Does anybody who knows you personally, other than Beanie, does anybody who know you personally even like watch any of this show?
No.
I'd love to know who our 4th subscriber is. I gotta know. They've never commented. They've never like replied to a discussion post that we put on there, like, a community post.
Yeah.
They don't respond.
It's probably one of our FBI agents.
Our Chinese spy.
Yeah.
Probably watching it.
We can't see them because they're subscribed in incognito.
I don't think anything will top the trolling. What's his name? Joey the homie.
Yeah.
Like that's one of my favorite things we've ever done on this show, other than like the whole Australian KFC girl.
Australian KFC girl's top moment in the show. Number 1 moment of all time.
Top moment, but it's I don't know if it's top moment, but it's top.
What else would be?
For me, for sure.
What's better than Australian KFC girl?
I think trolling Joey the homie was funnier. Playing offensive hangman was a fun one.
It was fun.
Both
I don't know if
those
it made that good of content.
Both of those came in the pre-camera era of Unqualified. Can you believe we were in the camera era of the show longer than we were in the non-camera era?
We weren't even in the non-camera era for that long. It was like 7 episodes.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to think of like on-camera era moments. I think the dude from Tajikistan breakfast restaurant hanging up on me was, funny. It didn't last that long, but it was funny. Yeah, Australian KFC girl was better than that.
Isn't it crazy that as soon as we had been on camera for as long as we had been off camera, we dropped our first vlog?
It's just poetic.
Yeah.
If we end up going to Redneck Brawl, we're gonna vlog that too, or we just gonna...
For sure, yeah.
I feel like we need to show some more of the action if we go to Redneck Brawl,
We'll definitely film more, yeah. I was a
get
little
some,
too
thoughts
entertained and
between-
I forgot to record, and then I see something happen, I'd be like, let me get my phone, and then it happened, and I'd be like, ah, shit.
It's like, once you've been experienced and watching it with me, you'll be able to tell okay, something's about to happen, I should probably be ready.
I think I'd be able
the
to catch
moment
on it now, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the moment I saw Kenny start climbing up the scaffold, I'm like, okay, he's about to do something, I need to record it. I
Yeah.
see somebody getting onto the top rope, I'm like, okay, I think this time he's gonna fail, but I'll be ready for next time. The first time the Pentico, grape Arizona can, whatever, purple Arizona can, went up to the top rope.
Let's go, Steven!
You know what happened? It's like, let's go, Steven!
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, every 20 seconds. His name was Crazy Steve.
Yeah.
Let's go, Steven! I love you, Steve!
Crazy Steven and the grape Arizona can.
Grape Arizona can versus mildly unwell Steven.
Yeah. Grape Arizona can, though. That was quite the outfit.
Now, I'd love to know what Private Party was wearing. Zay and Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a hyped entrance. They're like, oh my god, is that Private Party? And they get up on the ring and it's shots, like.
Man,
That,
I'm not gonna lie. Everything about him is a little too gay.
I'm pretty sure
First of all,
both straight.
okay. Whatever that see-through fishnet shirt the guy was wearing, I feel like that is an exclusively gay shirt. You can't wear that if you're not taking it in the ass. When I see that shirt on a guy, I think that's him leaving a public sign that he likes it in the ass.
Oh man.
And I think most other men would agree with me. Whenever you see a guy, a fairly fit, but not not jacked, but just a in-shape guy with a fishnet shirt on, every single guy on earth is thinking that guy takes it in the ass. Plus, not quite slim jeans, but not quite bell bottom pants they were wearing. That was just had a flare of homosexuality to it. I don't know if they were wearing makeup or not. I think they were wearing a little bit, which is a little extra gay. I don't know. Everything about him just. What the fuck? What is that? Oh.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
If you know. I think it's at that point, it's not even an inside joke between the fans. It's just an inside joke between you and me.
Yeah.
Are we ever gonna explain what the blob means to us, or are we just gonna keep that between us?
We'll get around to it eventually in a year.
Oh man. I think long after we're employed by the Dollywood Company, I think after you're gone from the Dollywood Company, we'll have free reign to say basically whatever.
Yeah.
I, this is God Almighty. I think blob is probably the best explanation you could use for what that is. What we're talking about.
Yeah, this is the best inside joke we've ever had.
Now, I just love it. I love it. I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that like I was gonna mention on the show. I'm starting to get to that point where like there's nothing that I have like saved to talk about.
I was actually just thinking, do you think we should ever call back that KFC at some point and see if she answers?
I'd love to see you try to call him. I don't know what time it is in Sydney right now. Middle of the day there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make you pay another $20 for an international call, but I feel like you already...
It's 3:44 p.m. It's like peak lunch hours right there.
Yeah, but
Australia right now.
I feel like you already made the connection, so like you gotta seal the deal with Australian KFC girl. I feel like that's your duty to...
Or hear me out. You call her and be like, hey, like a couple months ago, my boy Landon called this location and he met you over the phone. Maybe you could like, hit him up. This is his, Instagram name or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, send him a DM so he doesn't have to pay for international calls.
That's fair.
Do you get charged for international?
I didn't get charged when I tried the last time, but I never got connected for more than like 2 seconds, so it's not long enough to get a charge.
Fair point. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna make this request like I always do. If you remember the episode that it was in, go
6 or 7
for her. Go listen like just the first few episodes. Just kind of skim through them, listen for phone calls. Get to the point where me and the girl from KFC in Australia are talking. Right? I need you again. I cannot stress this part enough. If she is over the age of 18 and you know her, please set me up with her. Like, just comment her Instagram name or comment, some way I can reach out to her. Let me know. Please. That is the... Again, if she's over the age of 18, that is the most attractive voice I've ever heard.
If you just claim you're Amish, I think 15's okay.
Now, if she's under the age of 18, disregard the past, 2 minutes of me talking.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's over the age of 18, especially consider everything I've been saying.
Yeah.
And if you are the girl yourself and you're waiting till you're 18, good self-control.
I only mentioned the Amish because I looked up what the age of consent was for the Amish because they operate on their own rules. They will generally start dating women around like 15 to 16. They think that's like prime dating age, but they completely swear off sex until their early 20s, usually around 22.
Should I say respect them for that, or that the whole like, dating them around even 15, 16 when they're how old when they start the men when they start dating them?
Like early 20s.
The men in their early 20s are dating 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
No shout out. Anti-shout out. Anti-shout out.
Well, it's like 19 to like 22, like our ages. They'll generally start going for girls that are like 15, establish a relationship with them, but then like they can't have sex until they're at least both over the age of like 21 or 22.
Could you imagine?
It's weird, but
could you imagine dating a red tag?
Yeah, no, me personally, no, but I think from their perspective, they have like really small communities, so to be able to like extend that longevity by a couple of years might be like crucial to their survival. Like
nothing will ever like.
I'm not supporting it, but I'm saying if you get younger hands on your farm and you're in a relationship with them, making it free labor, kind of just helps them out, Like you're just using a romantic connection to get another farmer in your cult. and you're not doing anything sexual till it's completely legal. So I don't know if there's really a problem with it. I think it's just a little weird, but I understand why.
I'll never forget my first Amish experience at Dollywood. I was running 3-point challenge. This is the summer of 2023, right? Summer of 2023. I'm running 3-point challenge with my man Daryl. Shout out Daryl. I love him. I miss him. I'm not seeing him in a long time. I think he went back to college. He's like in his 30s or 40s. He's a dad. Really awesome guy. He's hilarious. Anyway, we're running 3-point challenge together. You know, heat of the summer. Like, it is blistering hot. And this family of this huge Amish family comes in. Like, I'm talking 12 or 14 of them come in to Dollywood, right? And they're playing games. First of all, I don't know how they get to Dollywood if they can't drive. They're not allowed to drive. Anyway,
they are actually. The Amish are like so good at cheating the rules. Same with Jewish people. They're so good at cheating the rules of their religion. They're like, we're not allowed to own a phone or pay a phone bill. But if the phone company installs a phone 5 feet next to our property line, there's nothing saying we can't use it. You know, or they're like, we can't own a car, but if a dealership leases it to us for $0 a month, it's not technically our car, it's the dealership's. We're just borrowing it. Yeah, like, they use excuses like that. Same with, like, Jewish people. They think, okay, remember the tunnels in New York? I did a little deep dive into Jewish culture after that. Apparently, they don't think God can see under the surface of the earth, so if they commit sins underground, God won't know about it. Yeah, so it's very common for them to dig tunnels in places to do things against their religion because they don't think God's gonna know.
I have no words.
Truly.
No words.
Yeah, even Muslims are smarter than that, and they don't eat pork. I kind of shout out for that. Pork is kind of mid. Like, bacon's like the only good thing on a pig. Oh, no, tenderloins. Pork tenderloins, they're fire.
Anyway, I was going to say, though, like, we're running 3-point challenge, right? And they have, like, 4 or 5 of them, maybe 6, are, like, teenage boys, probably, like, high school age boys on this, this Amish family, right? They all come over to the 3-point challenge. Somehow, some way, they understood the concept of vouchers first time without having to be told what a voucher is. Shout out to them for, understanding what a voucher is. God almighty, I hate vouchers so much. Anyway, if they come in, they all absolutely, like, dominate. Like, they're knocking these shots down.
They're too good at basketball. It doesn't make sense.
No effort. Like, after they leave, the maximum point you can get at 3-point challenge is 15 per round. They play probably 2 rounds each would be like, I think there was 4 of them, so that'd be a total possible 120 points combined. They probably had 90 points combined out of the 4 of them in playing 2 rounds each. That's insane. So anyway, after they all leave and they work their way back up the hill, I'm talking to Darren. I'm like, that's insane. Like, how? And Darren's my buddy or my guy Darren, he was like, oh yeah, man. I mean, they're not putting down barns and raising animals. They're putting up shots, man. They put up barns and put up shots. They're real good at that stuff.
Yeah.
He says, when you got electronics to entertain you, what do? You turn to basketball. Have I talked about Daryl on the show before?
I don't think so.
Daryl on the show? Okay, let me tell you. Daryl had some very funny things. He I said. My personal favorite is me and him were walking out after closing one night. This is probably during the fall when they close early. And, I'm telling him, man, my feet and my legs are killing me. It's like, yeah, and mine too. I've been packing stuff around all day. It's been rough. He says, there's massage gun things. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the massage gun. like the boss, he says, like, yeah, man, I got me one of those like massage gun things, like the big ball on the end. He says I'm gonna take that home tonight. I'm gonna put that on my my thighs and my calves and stuff. He says that thing's like a lithium power tool, man. I'm telling you.
Nice.
Lithium power tool. There's another thing. Me and him were talking about like sports movies one day, like our favorite sports movies. I'm kind of like, I don't know if it's like a sports. I know it's not a sports movie, but I love Forrest Gump so much. And he's saying like, oh man, you know why Forrest Gump is so good at football to play in college? It's because he's got that retard strength.
Mm-hmm. Hey, retard strength's a real thing.
Yeah. Shout out Daryl, man.
Shout out retard strength.
Shout out Forrest Gump, greatest movie ever made. I love it.
Dude, keep it on track with the Amish. I used to work at a go-kart track. And I remember the first time I saw Amish people in real life. They all pulled up wearing those, like, paper outfits they wear, Like their dresses are made of, like, the cheapest, stiffest cloth I can imagine. And, they all just come up looking goofy as shit. Bowl cuts, weak-ass beards. Goofy dresses, whatever. And I'm just looking at him.
The curls?
Yeah, and I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, there's no fucking way this is happening right now. There's Amish in Pigeon Forge? What the fuck? And I just stared at him for like 10 minutes in disbelief that they were real. And now I've seen so many of them, I'm like, where do they come from? How do they get here? This doesn't make sense.
They're like everywhere, man. Like me and Beanie one time were at the NASCAR track in Sevierville, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what we happened to see? There's family. So we can say whatever we want about the Amish. They'll never see this.
That's
true.
True.
They're not allowed to see this. They're not allowed to watch it. I think the Amish probably have the, other than like Muslims, have the weirdest restrictions on their religion. By the way, let me just point out and say, I do not condone racial hate whatsoever. I need to point this out. I do not condone racial hate in the slightest.
I'm not gonna say that,
but I think kosher and halal are two of the stupidest things to ever exist.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have a restriction on what you eat. I love pork. I love bacon. I love pork chops. I love eating sausage. I love pigs. I love, there's some religions that's not allowed to eat cows.
Hindu.
I love steak. Hindus. I love steak. I love beef. I love ribs. I love, if it comes off a cow, I will eat it.
Yeah.
If it comes off a pig, I will eat it. Imagine not being allowed to eat, bacon, just because,
Hot take right here. When people eat ribs, they're talking about pork ribs 99% of the time. I am a firm believer that beef ribs, with the tips attached, you gotta get the beef tips on there, are significantly better than pork ribs.
I was talking about beef ribs specifically, but I love them.
Yeah, I figured you were, but they're so much better.
I'm a guy who respects religions. I just don't respect, religions saying oh, you can't eat that.
Yeah, I gotta say,
halal,
halal, Hindu, all that stuff. It's pretty dumb. Kosher, though.
You know why animals? You know why animals were put on this earth, Thomas?
To be eaten by everything else.
Sustenance. To give us sustenance. To give us something to eat. To give us protein. Need to survive. To give us nutrients that we need to survive. You know why so many people eat steak other than it tasting good? Because it's good for you. You know why people eat chicken? Because it's good for you. Imagine not being able to eat, pork.
I mentioned this on an episode one time, how the Earth is basically one giant self-recycling system of everything eating. It's everything eats something, shits it out, the shit gets eaten by something and shits it out, and the plants eat that, and dirt, and everything just gets mixed up and eaten by something and turned into something else, and everything's just, it happens. That's how life works. I want to say though, Yeah, halal, Hindu, not being able to, like, eat certain types of food, that's stupid. Kosher. I mean, like, look, if for some reason you genuinely don't want to eat one specific kind of whatever, okay, fine. Kosher has to be the stupidest thing on planet Earth. It's not that they really have that many dietary restrictions. There's not that many things that they can't eat. There's so many things that they can't combine. It's like, it's not that you can't eat this and this. It's that if you're gonna have those two things, you have to make all of this on one side of your kitchen and all of this on one side of your kitchen, and you have to eat this off this plate and that off that plate. It's still going in the same stomach. It still makes the same turd. You're still getting the same nutrients. Put it on the same fucking plate.
It's like, I'm a man of God. I'm a God-fearing man. I've said that multiple times. I will never, be ashamed to say that. Then taught to respect others, regardless of what they believe in. But screw kosher and screw halal, man.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't understand. Like, again, if you follow a different religion, I will still love you and respect you as a human. But if you're saying, like, I'm not gonna eat pork, like, grow up.
Yeah. Honestly,
I know it's probably wrong to say.
Man.
I know it's probably wrong to say, but, bro, I don't care what religion tells you. I'm going to eat pork. I'm going to eat bacon. I'm going to eat cow. I'm going to eat chicken, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just put that out there. I probably lost, any respect I had left for that, but...
I'm not gonna lie. If I sold food and some Muslim came up to me and was like, "Hey, Habibi, is this food halal or haram?" I'd just say halal. It might not be. I don't care.
If you follow kosher, you can't eat pig, rabbit, or horse.
Wow. What a list. Yeah, I don't even remember what the fuck I was gonna say that threw me so off track. Oh, I remember.
Imagine you're gonna cook a family dinner. You can continue while I, get this pulled up.
So maybe you could pull this up, actually. I want to remember the name of the bullets. There was this group of radicals, I'm going to call them radicals, out in, I believe, Kansas, or maybe Iowa or something, that were sick of a construction project going on near them that was ran by Muslims. So they made bullets with pig's blood in them, so that if you shot a Muslim with it, they wouldn't be able to go to heaven. If you can find out what the name of those bullets are, that'd be incredible. I remember hearing about that like 10 years ago, and I wanted to buy some, but they already had gotten discontinued, and a pack of 9mm was like $300, and they probably don't even exist anymore. They've probably all been shot, or the blood has evaporated, or whatever. But yeah, whatever those rounds are, like anti-Muslim rounds, it's fucking hilarious that someone even thought of that. Like, what? Oh, you got a hollow point? No, actually, it's full of pig's blood, you fucking Muslim.
Is it Jihad? Gihawg?
It might be. Oh yeah, I just pulled that up. I'll know it if I see the package.
Yep.
Yeah! That's the ones.
Jihawg is such a good name.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say, imagine, like, I want you to put yourself in this perspective, right? Just imagine you're a man following the rules of Judaism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I want to cook a good family meal for my loving wife and children and parents and, whole family, right? And then you start to think, like, but it has to be kosher.
Yeah.
You have to follow all these rules.
So the slaughter thing, I kind of like kosher slaughtering animals, but basically whatever a rabbi I think has to watch it and make sure that that animal has like a humane, painless death. Like if an animal like suffers, you can't eat it. And I mean, I don't think you should just throw out an animal because you don't like the way it died, but I get like not wanting to eat something that like suffered right before it died, just as like a I guess like a moral thing. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. But only fish with fins and scales are kosher. You hear that, guys? You can't scale your fish. You know, if you get a, like, let's say you get a lionfish, right? There are parts of meat in the lionfish that are not toxic. But those fins, if you prick them, have a good chance of killing you. And you can't take it out because it's not kosher? Are you fucking kidding?
So you can't eat calamari, I assume. I assume calamari would be counted as fish, right? Or they're just talking about strict definition of fish. Would calamari not count?
I don't think octopi are technically fish. It's a different kind of animal.
I'm just saying, like, does it have like a broad definition of, like, water-dwelling creatures, or are they just talking about fish?
That's not a question for me.
Reptiles and amphibians, these are not kosher, with the exception of some types of locusts. Who's eating locusts?
So, fats. Certain parts of abdominal fat of cattle, goats, and sheep must be removed. That makes sense why they're all so skinny, because they don't eat any fat at all. That makes sense, they just cut it off. I mean, like, they put on striped pajamas 80-something years ago and never changed their look after that. It's incredible.
Fruits and vegetables.
The sciatic nerve is not kosher. Dog, who the fuck wants to eat a sciatic nerve?
Meat and
Alright, yeah, we chew on a big ass fucking nerve over here. Fucking what?
So what you mean to tell me you can't eat, like, oh, I need to re-highlight this. So you mean to tell me you can't eat a good classic American cheeseburger?
Huh? Oh yeah.
You can't eat meat and dairy together.
Yeah.
You can't eat a good, juicy, medium well American cheeseburger.
I think even like technically, if you used like milk to make the buns, you couldn't eat the bun with the burger because it has dairy in it.
So you can't eat. Oh my gosh. This is.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me, like, if you have like breakfast, you can't eat, like, cheese on your eggs with some bacon and milk.
Nope.
Man, this is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Now I'm just curious.
They think if they dig a tunnel underground, they can not eat kosher because God's not going to see them not cooking kosher.
So, animals that died by animals that died by falling.
What?
Cannot eat a carnivorous animal? 80% of animals are carnivorous.
What?
What? Animals that were dead before slaughter? Well, technically slaughtering is already killing it. How can it be dead before slaughter?
Bro, what's that town in Spain that throws goats off a tower?
I can eat seafood. I'm not a big seafood fan, but
I am.
Like, limited. Oh.
If it lives in the water, it probably tastes good.
The basis of Islam. Okay, so halal dietary restrictions. The basis of Islamic dietary laws. That is their restriction. The basis of Islamic dietary laws.
I just thought of something so fucking evil. Imagine getting some kind of an animal that Muslims are allowed to eat and like dropping it off a building so high that it like dies on impact. You feed it to them, They don't know any different. And then after they ate it, you're like, guys, guess what? That animal died after I pushed it off a roof.
La Alberca. I hope I pronounced that.
Yeah.
La Alberca. Let's give it a little Wikipedia visit. Does it have anything about pigs on here? Okay, no, it doesn't.
Damn. Yeah. I know that's the thing they do there. They'll just like randomly, I mean not randomly, I think it's like a ceremony, but they'll just toss animals off a tower.
Oh man, like again, like if you follow a different religion, you know, no hate to you.
But I'm gonna make fun of you.
But dietary restrictions, man, like that's if Christianity had any, you know, dietary restrictions, I don't know what I'd do. Like I love food, you know. I love a cheeseburger. I can't imagine not being able to eat cheeseburgers with, like, you know, dairy and meat together. I can't imagine not being able to eat, you know, pork. I can't imagine not eating bacon or what is it? Not chicken. I think chicken is kosher, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
but I can't imagine
Catholics have Good Friday,
sausage.
you know, or they can only eat fish. And some are just straight up pescatarians, like they only eat fish. I think that's what a pescatarian is.
I'm on a strict seafood diet, Thomas.
I see food and I eat it. Yeah.
I set myself up perfect for that. Yeah, spoiler alert, guys. The entire religious food, you know, rant was set up at seafood joke.
Mm-hmm. Dude, while we're on the topic of religion, I want to ask, what do you think about God's character arc from the Old Testament to the New Testament?
Going from this, like, you know, punishing anybody who goes against him, to just, like, letting it happen, then punch them after, that sort of thing.
That, and, like, in the Old Testament, there wasn't that many people on Earth. It was, like, tens of thousands. So, at that time, he was sort of like a tribal leader, in a way. And, you know, he had more, like, direct connection with, like, the people he was, you know, I don't know how to say, like, the figurehead of, like, the god of, you know, the people that believed in him. Like, he was, like, almost right there with them all the time. But if they ever stepped out of line, he's like, fuck you, dude, get smited down. And then going into the New Testament, he was just this sort of power that existed somewhere else that a few people got to communicate with, and mostly it was Jesus doing the work. And God was just this background character that occasionally fucked things up.
I just want to say, like, it's hilarious how, like, it takes until halfway into the Bible for, like, the central figure of the entire religion to even be born, to even exist. So it's like everything that happened in the early days, you know, is basically setting the ground rules, like, you know, don't kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't cheat on your spouse. Love your parents, love your neighbor. You know, it's just like setting up rules for how to exist. And then, you know, it's like the consequences of what happens if you don't follow those rules.
I think,
you know, like,
yeah, I think really once God started, like, building his angel army to communicate with people, instead of just, like, beaming knowledge into their head, that's kind of when he got, like, disconnected with humanity.
I mean, he's still connected to humanity. It's just, like, not at a one-to-one,
you know, yeah,
talking level.
Exactly. We need more one-to-one godhood. I need to feel a beam of presence from the heavens and just, and I'm just like, give me knowledge. I need some shit like that to happen.
I mean, like, I think that kind of stopped happening a few thousand years ago.
Allegedly. Who says it ever happened or that it stopped happening? You know.
I mean, hey, that's just my beliefs, Tommy Boy. That's just my beliefs.
Yeah.
This isn't a religious debate show. I'm sure we'll have an episode, somewhere down the line where we focus on that heavily. But yeah, I'm not really a professional theologist either, so I don't know half of the official
Me neither,
terminology
man.
or phrasing I should be using.
I really only like Greek mythology because of God of War. It's like some of my favorite games, so I'm just like a nerd about Greek mythology because of them.
I'm assuming Kratos is like a real character.
No. That's actually the point.
So just name.
The point of the God of War games is to have almost exactly what happened in the, I'm not gonna say like real, but like the actual like Greek pantheon thing happen, but they insert their own fictional character into it to carry out some of the tasks of the other god and create like a miniature story throughout the fall of Greece.
Okay.
So most of what you see happen in that game is fairly accurate to history, but everything you see Kratos specifically doing isn't.
Right. Okay. I might need to play that at some point in the future.
They're pretty good games. Some of my favorites.
Question I gotta ask is, are you getting WWE 2K25 when it comes out?
Fuck. If it's on PS Plus, I don't want to spend $50 on it.
I wonder what are the I've not checked the PSN games for this month. We're far into February.
It's Life is Strange and no. High on Life. I can't remember what the other two are. I know High on Life is one of them.
Okay.
There's something else was pretty good on there that I got.
PS Plus is back on. Okay, PSN. I don't care about all this. I don't care about the outage.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme has announced that everyone can get a free original glazed donut on February 8th. Oh, well, that would have been nice to know.
Huh.
Okay, well, I can't find anything about it on that article. PS Plus, February 25, extra games. Assassin's Creed Mirage, Hogwarts, and RoboCop lead the way.
Oh, that's right. It's
Man,
High on Life, Payday 3, and Pac-Man World Collection. Which, by the way, shout out Pac-Man World Collection, because I have Pac-Man World 1 and 2 on my PS2, and those are some of my favorite Pac-Man games of all time. Pac-Man World 2 specifically is an incredible game.
so this is an article that was written today, actually. Talking about the 2020 February games. Airplane crash horror kills one after multi.
I'm still
What
waiting
was
for this to
this?
pull up.
Is this like breaking news or something? This is old, never mind. Okay, here we go.
I'm still waiting. I can't see anything yet. It's just doing its thing.
We're gonna retry it.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Maybe?
Okay, anyway, but
It's not loading, but yeah.
it's saying. Okay, but it says PS Plus February 25 extra games: Assassin's Creed Mirage, Hogwarts, and RoboCop lead the way. Solid lineup. I don't know a thing about Harry Potter, but I've heard the Hogwarts games. It exists. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I've heard mixed reviews about it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Hogwarts Legacy, but I have all of the Harry Potter games across PS2 and PS3, and dude, they're fantastic games. I love them. I think it's the Deathly Hallows is probably my favorite. Let me double check.
Man.
Oh, maybe not. Which one am I thinking of? Harry. Yes. Shit. Yo, one more quick shout out to Jamie Hayter. Just gotta get that out of the
We
way.
love you, Jamie Hayter. Please come on our show.
Absolutely adore you, yeah.
You got anything else that you want to mention, or do you think we're?
I'm trying to get this Harry Potter game out, and then we can wrap it up. I just want to make sure I got it right. The Order of the Phoenix. That's it. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix on the PS3 is by far the best Harry Potter game of all time, and that's all I got.
Shout out J.K. Rowling for being an absolute philosopher. Shout out Tajikistan. Shout out Bo. Shout out Larry. Shout out Christy. Shout out Sean. Shout out Jalen. Shout out Gambling.
Shout out Buskashi.
All the stuff we forgot.
Shout out Jamie Hayter.
I'm trying to get all the. Shout out Jamie Hayter. I'm trying to get all the stuff that we did get earlier in this episode. We've been like busy. Shout out pre-anti-Semitism Kanye West.
Shout out post anti-Semitism Kanye West.
That was said by Thomas, not me.
Damn right it was. Fight me over it.
Shout out Dakota Kai. Shout out Roman Reigns. Shout out Speed for taking that absolute awful bump at Royal Rumble. Shout out Braun Breaker. Shout out Brock Lesnar. Shout out Vince McMahon before the sexual scandal.
Shout out Vince McMahon after the sexual scandal.
Once again, that was said by Thomas and not me.
I don't know anything about that one actually, so.
Shout out Sean Strickland before this fight with Duplessis, before he got his exposed.
I'm not gonna shout him out for that. That sucked.
TV. Yeah, anti-shout out that one specific fight. Shout out to Sean Strickland any other time.
Yeah.
Shout out Conor McGregor. Shout out Ronda Rousey. Shout out Paige Van Zandt. Shout out Dua Lipa. I think that pretty much wraps it up for the shout outs.
I think that does.
Alright, got anything else you want to mention before I, tell our people what they need to always do?
Jamie Hayter, please marry me.
That's respectable. Anyway, remember to use your signal, tip your waiter unless they suck. Also remember, they killed Kenny.
Those bastards. Perfect.
I've been saving that one.